All right, I think we're good now. Oh my gosh.
All right.
It's always something with us with this darn show. I was getting ready to say damn. Oh well, forget it. Damn show. There's always something. Anywho, hello everybody. Welcome once again to the Chit Chat Chew Show podcast, which is held every Monday from 7 to 9 Eastern Time. So wherever you're at, if you're in front of us or behind us, you can always tune in based on your time zone. So again, welcome. Chit Chat Chew Show podcast every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. I am one of the co-hosts, Aisha, affectionately known as Jade, and the other co-host is?
Other co-host is Uno. Other co-host for the Chit Chat Chew Show podcast.
So we have some good topics once again. We are so glad if you do join us. If you see us on our laptops, tablets, or phone, we're just trying to, just invite a few people to tune in. So we're not being rude or anything like that. We want to make sure that you get the good content. And we want to say if you want to dialogue, please. This is a open zone podcast. We can agree to disagree. You can leave your comment. It's perfectly okay. You can share our show during or after we get done. The replay will be available shortly thereafter. So I'm gonna let Uno let you guys know while I try to invite some of you guys on what the topics will be about today.
All right, so the first topic, which we're going to get into after I tell you what the topics are, we're going to get into the topic about an autistic boy who was physically assaulted by bullies that put a nail in his head, basically. So that's what the topic is about. A bunch of bullies that attacked an autistic boy and jammed a nail through his head. The second topic would be about Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B beef, including the incident that happened at New York Fashion Week. So we're going to get into all that. And then the last topic that we have is, of course, the untimely passing of Mac Miller. We definitely had to do a show talking about this, Mac Miller. Basically, his untimely passing and his impact on the entertainment world and just anything that surrounds his passing, the connection between him and Ariana Grande or any other things of that sort. So that's what we're going to discuss tonight. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry, just trying to invite people, but I'm definitely hearing out. Yes, again, it's always going to be a wonderful show. And I guess I'll go first, not trying, but doing this.
She's multitasking.
The tasking that I do. So, yes, first topic at hand. And first, before I do that, I have to, I just really have to put it out there. Forgive me, big bro. I want to say, Deshae Osby?
Deshae Osby, yes.
He is my big bro.
My big bro, Deshae Osby.
He was very courageous. That situation had happened at a Family Dollar store. It's on his timeline. It happened at a Family Dollar store not far from where he resides, and just someone very stupid stole from the store. The young lady at the register was asking the man to just leave. He decided that he wanted to spit in her face, and he was stealing inside the store. And Deshae decided he stepped in as the person that he is to try to
stand-up guy trying to help this young lady.
Help this young lady. There were some guys that was in agreement. I'm just glad overall that not only Deshae is safe and protected, but the young lady that was at the register, she was safe and protected, and that they whipped his ass.
I'm glad they whooped his ass.
They should have stomped him in the ground. You're stealing and someone's trying to like tell you just go ahead about your business and you want to be disrespectful and rude. But I promise you he would not have done that in another neighborhood.
In a nicer neighborhood.
And I'm just going to leave it at that because we do have topics to talk about. But much respect and peace and blessings to you, Deshae. My hat go off to you. There are some good brothers and sisters that's out here that they stand. So thank you. I definitely appreciate you for doing that. So I just had to put that out there. Definitely.
Absolutely. Much love, bro. And I'm just glad you're safe. So we giving you a shout out for being a stand-up person.
Absolutely.
And taking charge and leadership as a black man for your community, especially taking up for that sister, because I know it's a sister, because I know in the location he resides, there's nothing but black people, black men in there, black women, so I know there was a black woman. So thank you for protecting that black woman.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to start off again about this young guy, this young man who is autistic, and he got bullied and he got hit in the head with a piece of wood with a nail in it. So this is coming from New York Post, and it says this happened like last year, but it's still a topic that needs to be spoke on. So the headline is Bullies Jam Nail in Autistic Kid's Head, Parents Say. So the young man's name is Romeo Smith. So an autistic 9-year-old ended up with a nail lodged in the back of his skull following a week of relentless bullying by older boys, his parents said. At least 3 tormentors chased Romeo Smith up a tree and were taunting him with sticks in Mansfield, England, when one chucked a plank of wood at the frightened boy, according to the Independent News. The piece of wood had nails sticking out of it. And again, his name is Romeo Smith. I saw it just stuck there in the back of his head, and then Romeo started screaming and running towards me, Romeo's dad, Craig Smith, recalled to the BBC. Fortunately, Romeo had the nail removed without incident and was sent home by doctors with antibiotics and a bandage wrapped around his head. He is a very lucky little boy because it could have been more serious, his mother Natasha Smith said. So the Nottinghamshire Police Youth Offending Team is reviewing the alleged assault. I cannot stand that damn alleged crap.
Everything is always alleged.
Everything is always alleged. What they're going to say? That the boy fell somewhere and it just miraculously he fell in a certain way and the nail in the wood it just asserted in his head. Like, seriously, people. Which the incident occurred in the town of Mansfield. The department said the bullying incident could be dealt with restorative justice. We recognize that children sometimes do things without considering the consequences or the seriousness of their actions, the department said in a statement. In cases such as this, where genuine remorse is shown, don't believe it, genuine remorse is shown and there is an understanding of the consequences of their actions because they know that ass is about to go get locked up. We try to mediate between both parties to avoid progressing down the criminal justice route. So if they probably don't, they may or may not get jail time.
No, I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
Had there been black boys, they would have got jail time, and that's just the truth.
Natasha Smith said Romeo was picked on because he was vulnerable. He was an autistic child. That is why they did that. That is bullying is getting worse. It's been going on since I was young and I got bullied.
But
so
it's just getting worse.
It's getting worse as the years go on. I don't know whether it had anything to do with his autism. Duh. Yes, it did.
Right.
But I think they did see him as vulnerable. She said, if I could speak to the boys responsible, I would tell them to stop bullying others. I would tell them to stop the name calling and the violence. I don't want this to happen to another child. So they do show it. It is a little graphic with the wood and the nail and the young and Romeo Smith's head. It is very sad how people pick on disabled or special need children or adults. It's sad, and it should be some type of law put into place because a lot of them are vulnerable, and it's just totally disrespectful. And I have no remorse. I'm not making up any excuses for them because the shit was wrong, and but they'll probably get off, so it's just, I'm glad that this young man, again, his name is Romeo Smith. I'm glad that this young man, and he's white, so don't get it twisted. I wouldn't want it to happen to a black, white, blue, green, brown, purple. It doesn't matter. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But I'm so glad that this little young boy is okay, because it could have went far left and severe brain damage could have happened.
Absolutely.
Or he could have gotten killed.
Yep.
So Romeo Smith, I'm glad that you're okay.
It could have went either way. It's just sad. I mean, we in 2018 still talking about bullying.
And we're still talking about bullying and still talking about racism and still talking about all the isms that's in this place.
I mean, you got me over here stuttering.
I got you stuttering. It's okay. We talked about something else before Uno says her spill. Today, stupid ass situation happened. At work, trying to finish up some paperwork, went to go to make some copies, and a co-worker of mine came in, said to another co-worker, and he might have been playing, but see, you have to watch how you pick and play with people because you don't know mentally where they're at. And I don't play. I use precaution when I'm kidding around with people because at my job, I really don't like to play around because they're really just my co-workers. But he made a stupid statement, and he said, oh, who's this stranger coming in your office and she's making copies? She seemed like she homeless. And because of the way that he said it in my head, the tone, thank you, that's the word, the tone that he took with me, I reacted in such a negative way where some people are like, oh, well, you shouldn't have reacted. Well, guess what, dumbasses, you're not me. And so the tone of his voice, I got triggered and I was like, who the fuck are you talking to?
You can't play with everybody.
Because you don't play with me like that.
Right.
You had to be there to understand why I got triggered. And so he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. No, you're not. First of all, you're totally wrong for saying this. Second of all, you disrespected me, and then you disrespected me in front of somebody. Even that particular manager or supervisor, even she looked at him like, did he really say that? So people, you need to watch how you play with people, how you talk to people, because you never know how that person is going to take it and how they're going to react.
State is at, really.
And where their mental state is at, because right. I could have went way somewhere else. And I'm not going to apologize for how I reacted, but he knew to get away from me. Because, again, like Uno said, it's all about the tone. But, okay.
And it is all about the respect, too.
And the respect. So I'm done.
Yeah. And it ties into this bullying situation. Like, people don't have respect humans don't have respect for other humans no more. Anymore. They have no respect for one another. Everybody's out to hurt you and take advantage of you and trap you and get you caught up in stuff. And
hurt is not just physical.
Yeah, hurt is definitely not just physical. You got mental, you got spiritually, you got emotionally. There's different kinds of hurt. So with this case, God knows what that boy was going through in that moment of time when the situation happened. I'm speaking of the artistic boy. He's already battling the world, being different from the common citizens in society, but he has a strike against him because he's artistic, and then he has to deal with going to school and having another stripe because he's not like all the other kids. And then you have those kids who in school are just straight up evil. I'm gonna call for what it is. They fucking Damien seeds because that's not normal for children to harass an artistic boy, harass him, pick with him, and then jam a nail through his head. Like that sounds really twisted and full of hatred. That's what it sounds like to me.
Right. That's very personal.
Very personal, as if the artistic boy done something to him and he did no wrong. And then it's like those bullies, those kids, you don't know what they got going on in their household. You don't know what they're going through mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, so on and so forth. Or you don't know what their family dynamic is, and they take it out on other people, specifically other kids, because they have no control at home, so they want to control everybody else. So that's usually where bullying comes from. Like if they're dysfunctional in the household and they have no control at home, they lash out and try to control somebody else because they're not getting the attention and love they need where they stay at.
Right.
But it's just sad to hear about that. I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with color on this issue because it can happen to a black kid, white kid, Latin kid, Asian kid. It doesn't matter. But anytime that you are not of the norm, people, whether they adults or kids, they tend to act different towards you, and you're an outcast. You're just an outcast, and you're treated differently than everybody else because you're not like how society wants you to appear to look like. But these parents that bred these damn demon seeds, need some accountability and responsibility in this situation as well. Because it's not gonna take away what the autistic boy went through. It's not taking his emotions away, his mental state away. That's not taking that away. Even he always got to be reminded of what happened to him. And those bullies took his way. So yeah, the parents should take some kind of responsibility and do something with them damn kids. Whatever's going on between the bullies and their parents, they need to work that out. Them kids need help, obviously. Because this can't keep going on. Like now let's just say, I'm gonna use that scenario. Because you have this going on too where if someone bullies someone else's child, you got parents that fight the kid over their child. Exactly. You bully them. So what if that mother took it to the next level and said, I'm going to kill you? Then what? So if she killed a bully, is she wrong, right? I mean, because a mother's job is to protect her children no matter what. No matter the circumstances, her job as a woman is to protect her children at any cost. The child is supposed to come before her. And there's mothers out there that does that stand on that principle. And there's some that don't, but we ain't talking about them. We talking about real mothers. But let's just say she's one of the mothers that just don't have the same temperament as other mothers. What if she just took it to the next level and went after the bullies and killed them? Then there'd be a whole nother issue. But see, all that could have been avoided if the parents kept them bullies in check and give them the help they need. We got to stop all this bullying. And it ain't just down to the kids, it's to the adults too, because they doing the same thing to other adults. That's why people commit suicide. And let me say this, we're going to be talking about Matt Miller tonight. I think it honestly, how people talk so much shit about Matt Miller, that played a part on his addiction, on his drug addiction. I mean, I understand, you know, he went through a lot of stuff through the industry and he battled his demons. I get all that, but I believe social media has a part to play in it too. Like this man was getting a lot of negativity and backlash because, okay, he's not your typical rapper because he's a white boy. Oh, and the hell with this white boy. So whenever he comes out with something or say something, people just shitted on him. And it did affect him because he talked to certain peers about this. And then the one tweet that stuck out to me, which I'll talk about later, one guy that knew him closely just, you know, Mac Miller basically saying, if I'm gone, then people they want to notice me now. And these are the same people that are talking about, oh, rest in peace, Mac Miller, and oh man, he's gone. He was such a talent. Are the same damn people who was talking shit about him. They didn't even acknowledge this man. He was super talented. Mm-hmm. Super talented. I followed this man since 2011. That's how long I've been following Mac Miller. Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, he might have a couple of projects that I didn't particularly care for, but then there's others I thought it was just dope. But that didn't stop me from listening to him because he had two, maybe one or two, you know, okay albums. You know, I messed with him because of the fact that on the guy he had solid music. Like he really had music that had substance. You know, so but I'm just saying that to say, you know, just with the hate, man. I mean, you know, we got to be careful what I mean, this bullying, I mean, because it could be verbal bullying, like how they were doing Mac Miller the same way. In a sense, they kind of did. I mean, if you're talking bad about the man like that to me, that's kind of a form of bullying. You can say what you want to say. But all I'm just saying is, you know, we got to be careful what we do and say to people. Because you don't know what they're going through, you know, where they at mentally, emotionally, psychologically. And that can trigger people to do things, you know? And even with the artistic boy, I mean, there's been kids that's committed suicide too. Not
Absolutely.
Just, I mean, not just adults.
Oh yeah, that's something real serious.
What you think about that? That
Oh, I know that happens. I mean, you're bullying them if they're special need. You're bullying them if they're young and they identify as being gay. You know, you got parents killing their own kids because they don't want to deal with or they're embarrassed about their child, especially if it's a young black man. I just got to be honest, a young black man coming out and his dad know that. And I'm not saying all cases are like that, but there's a lot of cases where I just saw today on my timeline where this black man, or it was your timeline, one of our timelines, where this black man killed his black son because he identified, he was, I believe, 13 years old. He identified as being a part of the LGBT community, and his dad said he'd rather killed him than him live a life being that way. So, you know, kids get bullied like that as well. If you're identified as just being different in general, I don't know if people see that as a threat or not, but they definitely are. I mean, it's a sad world that we live in, and I'm not like a Christian type of. I consider myself to be a spiritual individual, but we are living in them times where a lot of stuff is going on. There's more killings, parents killing children, the bullying is getting worse. The suicide rate in youth, okay, our kids that are 12, 13, 10, I've seen on my timeline before. A 10-year-old is killing themselves because they're getting bullied. Didn't have anything to do with them being part of an LGBT, but because they were considered different.
Whether they're gay or not.
It didn't matter, but they're getting bullied and they're committing suicide. And people's mentality, a lot of people's mentality is like, oh, why would they do that? I would never do that. You don't know what the hell you're going to ever do in life. You never know until you're in that situation. Anything could change. You can be on a high, right? Everything is going good. Then one day you just drop. You don't know why. You just drop.
Yep.
What about if you can't feed your family?
Then
what about if you become homeless? For real, like for real. You out on the street homeless. And you don't know where you gonna get your meal from unless you go to the store and you steal. Okay. What about if you lose that good job that you're making decent money, or you lose your business and your own business and it goes just flat to the ground? So you never know what's going to happen. You say your prayers to whatever you believe and hope that, you know, things can go the way that you want them to go. But you just never know. And then what? People are so damn judgmental. I'm not here to judge because I've been in certain situations. And even if I haven't, I'm just a humanitarian that I am. I'm just not going to do that. That's not for me to do. My thing is, I want to try to help as best as I can. I can't solve all problems. I can't, because I'm trying to deal with my own.
Nobody's trying to solve any problems.
Try to get
at the same time,
some type of, if I can do something.
Even if you're just speaking out,
or
somebody.
Listening. Right. Listening is a tool that a lot of us don't have,
and it goes a long way.
And it does.
It helps.
It does. When Uno hears me out, and I could just be rambling my damn mouth, going from left to right, right to left, and up and down to up. I appreciate, because at the end of the day, I know, 1, I'm not getting judged. There's 2, she's not pointing no fingers at me. And 3, I got it out, and I feel better at the end of the day. And I like to say vice versa, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
change it. Not hopefully, yes. It makes me feel better when I can just express myself how I want to, without being constricted or
on what you say,
or filter what I say, and be comfortable of saying it. So I thank you for listening to me as well.
And I thank you as well, you know, and for those that may have heard me, because I don't trust a lot of the outside world anymore. That's just the way that it is. There are those that I'm comfortable with and those that I'm just not. And I'm just authentic and genuine about that, but at least I'm honest about that. If I can't trust you, I back away from you, okay? Because I feel like you're a threat. But if you're cordial enough where I can say something to you, okay, that's good. But my all tell is right sitting next to me. So, and I'm good. And everybody don't have that. These young kids don't have them outlets like that. They probably scared to go to their parents and tell them that, because maybe their parents, based on how their parents set up, they may not believe it. Think they, you know, tripping or something. But you got to start listening. Like I've said on my personal page, you have to start listening to these youth, these millennials, these young adults, or whatever. You got to start listening to them.
They're going to do some battles y'all don't even have a clue.
A clue.
Older generation. Because y'all the main ones.
They leave out your house one way, and they go and they buck wild and they do all kinds of things. I'm sure a lot of y'all, because I'm a parent as well, but I wasn't surprised, because I could probably, there's been times I've called it out on my kids, and if you looking, you know I have. I've called it out on y'all. So
yeah,
you gotta
show them that you care.
Right.
That's all they want.
You care, even if you disagree, or even if it sounds embarrassing, or even if you get mad, just listen to them. Things can be resolved. Stop just brushing our youth off. Because they're going right. Because they're going. A lot of them are going through some things. A lot of them are raising themselves. I see it all the time. A lot of them are raising themselves. Their parents, who knows where they're at? They could have passed away, or they could not even give a damn about them. Okay, I know that you want some structure in your child's life, and I know that you want to have some type of mold. But guess what? If they live, they're going to get older. They're going to make mistakes.
You gotta allow them to do that.
But show them some kind of support and listen to them. You could be saving their life, like real rap. You could, like, seriously.
That's for real. That's real talk.
And I'm a parent, and I can say I've made mistakes. But I mean, I've learned along the way. I'm not always right, but I know I haven't been always wrong. And I do believe that even if I didn't want to hear what my kids may have said, and they may have gotten into something, I listened and did my best to be there as best as possible. And I'm still there today, and they grown. But at some point in time, they're gonna fall, and they're gonna have to learn how to get up because society is not patting nobody's back.
They stomp on your back.
They stomp you, but
they
they're
ain't
not
patting
patting you.
You gotta be ready to get up. Be strong enough to get up,
Exactly.
fight the good fight, and keep pushing forward. Because life don't owe you a damn thing. People don't owe you a damn thing.
And right.
Do it for yourself.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly. And learn from those mistakes and move forward. Because you're never gonna please. We as people are never gonna please everybody. Nope. You just can't. It's just not gonna happen.
That's impossible.
Right. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. So yeah, I just say as human beings, let's treat each other better, please. Let's be more empathetic and sympathetic to people. Mainly speaking about bullying, like y'all kids that do that, please sit down, cause ain't nothing cute about it. You look dumb. I mean, you trying to feel like somebody. You guess what? You're not nobody. So please, cut it out, cause you're hurting other people. You're damaging other people, and it's not right. It's not healthy. And if you're going through something, I don't know, you might need to talk to your parents. I mean, you have to find some kind of positive avenue for yourself. Do better. We got too much chaos going on as it is in the world, and you don't need to add to it, please. So please just love and show love to one another and try to be peaceful as much as possible. I know it sounds cliche, yada yada yada, but that's just what it is. That's the problem with this world. It's so
no peace and no love up in this piece,
and it's unbalanced.
Yes.
The imbalance in this world is so crazy, and the dark cloud that hovers over this world. But that can change. But as humans, we got to do that. So you can't expect the creator to wave a magic wand and say, "Oh, this sprinkle away the darkness and put a magic wand on us and voila, everything disappears." No. As humans, we gotta take initiative to make the world better too.
Right.
So I'm just gonna end it on that note.
Yes, you have to do more than pray. And me saying that is not being disrespectful. You need to put your faith into action. You're gonna pray. Do that, and then have some action following up with it.
Yeah.
That's divine law for me.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much hit it. You ended off on the right note. Yeah, so all right. Anything else you gotta say for me?
No. Again, I'm just glad that the young man, Romeo Smith, he's gonna be okay.
Well,
he's gonna be okay.
I'm glad he's all right. So our next topic is the Nicki Minaj Cardi beef. Well, I mean, we're gonna talk about that because there's a backstory to their beef, supposed beef, but it went somewhere else. They fed into it, but whatever. So that their beef, and more so the incident that happened at New York Fashion Week. So, I'm going to read an article from mirror.co.uk.
Which one is it?
Mirror. You don't have that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have that one.
Okay.
Yeah, though I gave you different stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cool beans.
So I have no mix-ups. So the headline reads, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, a huge fight at NYFW event as Cardi yells and throws shoe at rival. Cardi B and her rapper nemesis Nicki Minaj got into a huge fight at New York Fashion Week event on Friday night. The pair, both dressed in glamorous gowns, joined a long list of stars at the Harper's Bazaar Icons Bash, where the shocking incident took place. One video shared on social media shows the Bodak Yellow rapper screaming and lunging before she has to be held back by her huge security guard. According to TMZ, Cardi approached Nicki's table to address the lies she was spreading. Sources connected to Cardi told a website they believe her security had a plan if she came anywhere near Nicki, and one of them elbowed her in the face. Let's see. Okay. A second video. A second video shows Cardi B, 25, taking off one of her red shoes before hurling it at Nicki. Hurling it at Nicki. Pictures taken after the bust-up showed a new mom with a huge golf ball-sized bump just above her eye and a rip at the back of her floor-length red gown. With both shoes off, Cardi was then escorted out of the building by security. A few hours after the drama went down, Cardi took to social media to slam Nicki in a lengthy attack. I've let a lot of shit slide. I let you sneak diss me. I let you lie on me. I let you attempt to stop my bag. She talking about stopping her money as a rapper. Fuck up the way I eat. She fumed. You threatened other artists in the industry, told them if they work with me, you'll stop fucking with them. I'll let you talk big shit about me. Cardi then accused Nicki of questioning her abilities as a parent. I addressed you once in person. I addressed you a second time in person, and every time you cop the plea. But when you mention my child, you choose to like comments about me as a mother, make comments about me as a mother, make comments about my ability to take care of my daughter is when all bets are fucking off. She added, I worked too hard and come too far to let anybody fuck me with my success. Bitches talk all that shit in their raps, but in real life, they're pussy. This shit really is for entertainment. Meanwhile, Nicki shared a clip shortly after the altercation showing that she hadn't suffered any injuries. The infamous I ain't got no damages video, one of her fans commented. She followed it up with two more posts from inside the event. Rumors of a few began to swirl when the fellow rappers seemingly started taking shots at each other in their tracks shortly after Cardi's fame skyrocketed earlier last year. Then in August 2017, Cardi slammed a mystery woman during a performance which fans assumed was Nicki. You know this bitch, Cardi said. She never fucking liked me, and now all of a sudden she wants to be friends with me? No, bitch. I still don't like you, bitch. More recently, Nicki found herself denying that her new songs were directed at Cardi. And that's why Remy went at her ass. I'm talking about Nicki. But see, the thing is, she wasn't even gonna do Remy. Yeah, she. Her best bet was to be quiet. That was her best bet. After Remy dropped this song, it was best for Nicki to be quiet. Because that wouldn't have been a smart move if she tried anything else with Remy. We all know Remy crazy as hell. And she don't give a damn. It's on site. And she think Cardi wasn't going to do the same thing. Because Cardi's in a different position and she's trying to be cordial and professional and humble. But how long can you be with that? If someone keeps tagging at you, nagging you, coming at you, how much can you take? And that's the problem with Cardi. I mean, we all know she has a temper. We all know she's irrational. We all know she just acts on impulse. That's a Libra. That's a Libra for you. She speaks her mind no matter what. I mean, she done a lot of crazy stuff. I know she's involved in fights and everybody calling her, she's being a hood rat and, she need to calm down. And I know she responds to everybody's comments on social media because she does. I've seen it. But if Nicki's doing stuff behind the scenes to discredit Cardi or stop her success or even stop her money where she can feed her family, and then you bring the children in it. But I've heard that her involving her children or saying any reference to her children is actually not true. So really that was thrown out there probably by the media just to get a feud started between Nicki and Cardi. If that's the case. Now, if that's the case, Cardi and Nicki need to check themselves on that part and cut out that middleman that's instigating this whole thing, if that's the case, and come together and unify drop all that nonsense they're on and do it for the culture and work together. Because this is what it's about, man. Coming together and showing that we better. We're showing the whole world that we better than the ignorance. If that's the case of what happened. Now, if that's not the case, and Nicki actually did say something in reference to Cardi's her parenting or whatever, or mention her child, Nicki got what the hell. She been having it coming anyway. Because she be doing a lot of foul shit to people. And this Cardi's not the only one that called it out. K. Michelle called it out. Remy called it out. And Lil' Kim Ben called it out. Y'all just now figuring this out. So, I mean, I'm not saying Cardi's innocent. I'm not saying that. There's a lot of shit she needs to work on as a person. Because she's done a lot of things too behind the scenes. But I'm saying, Nicki, she just really been instigating a lot of stuff too long. And somebody needs to put her in her place. Because she's really, you can tell something's wrong with her. She's not all there. Did y'all not hear what Joe Budden said? That girl's on that stuff. That girl's sniffing coke. Now, why would Joe say that? Obviously, he know one when he see one because he was there, wasn't he? A drug addict knows a drug addict. Not.
Mm-hmm.
And now people can see, yeah, he's right. She is on that stuff. Because look how she acts. Look at her erratic behavior. Look at how she handles things. So, I mean, honestly, people pointing to Cardi B like she's the bad guy, like she did something wrong. I understand she's in a professional setting and she has to carry herself like a lady and she has a lot to lose. I get all that. But you got to understand, Cardi come from the streets. She carries herself different than those in the industry. And she has a different mindset. And there's morals and principles that she stand on that's different from the industry. We all know the industry has no morals or principles. It's straight up cutthroat. People have to understand she's still human at the end of the day. So that's anybody would have done that. If someone made some reference to your child or threatened them, of course you would take offense to that. Of course you would lay down your life for your child. So I don't see where, honestly, I'm sorry to say it, y'all ain't gonna like what I say, I don't give a damn, but I don't think Cardi was wrong for what she did. Not at all. Sorry. I don't care. Come on. Who cares if she was a professional setting? How about all them white people, y'all acting like they're so professional. All the dirt they do behind the scenes, so what makes them different from Cardi? Okay, it's two black women got some beef. Okay, so what? What, they gonna wait until NYFW is over? And then go handle their beef? When you bring a child in, there is no waiting. Like, you got to address it. Everybody's not there with that. Everybody's not the same. That's what y'all gotta understand. Everybody don't get down or operate like that. Now, all this stuff Nicki did, now when Cardi confronted her, now she's scared. Now she got her little Barbie goons to try to beat up Cardi, and I think security got involved and she got the lump on her head. Well, she the main one talking. And she ain't do nothing. Except get her little goon, her little female goon, to fight Cardi. What you think about all this?
I just think it's a sad day when we as Black women have to put ourselves out there and we wind up at the end of the day looking really stupid to the outside, to the media. This tea, wine, coffee, liquor, malt liquor, whatever, honey. It's just, it's sad. I will say that yes, that's a big trigger if you talk about somebody's child. that's a huge trigger.
I understand.
And you might catch a case.
Right.
Because minds are grown, and if you say the wrong thing, and they do get on my nerves, but I love them to pieces. But if you say the wrong thing or think you're going to hurt them in any kind of way, I got to be honest, I'm going way left.
So it's out the window.
It's
all
out.
bets are off.
Yeah, all bets are off. So that, I hear her, if that's true, like you said. If that surfaced, she got what was coming. Again, like you said, neither of them, Nicki or Cardi, they both have stuff with them, because yes, Nicki is definitely on something.
She is. Y'all can't
She
tell?
definitely on something. And she, yes, has been running her mouth and just being totally disrespectful to a lot of people as well.
She a bully.
Firing her crew because they didn't do or say a certain thing the way she wanted to.
So they're not yes men.
Right. Basically. So she let them go. As well as Cardi. There was something on YouTube from a ex-roommate. Was
she like a club promoter or
well, so back in the day when I guess Cardi was trying to have a come up, her and a girl were former strippers. Oh, I'm not sure if the girl is still a stripper or not. I don't really know. But back in the day, when they were strippers, when Cardi wasn't a so-called nobody, according to her, they wound up being roommates. She introduced Cardi to the strip world or the dancer world. She helped her, make herself be more presentable and blah, blah, blah. And according to her, can't think of her name offhand, but it's on YouTube. According to her, the ex-roommate was that Cardi made a statement and told her, like in so many words, don't hang or chill out with the black girls. Somebody asks you what you identify as, say you identify as Latino instead of black. And so the girl was like, huh? She's her tribe's from Black and West Indies. So
are you referring to the ex-roommate or are you
that's what I'm talking about, the ex-roommate. Okay. The ex-roommate is Black with West Indies. Gotcha. So Cardi has this thing about black chicks. But B, you got some black in you too. Stop.
Come on. Yeah. Come on.
So anyway, as time, I guess, moved on and Cardi was coming up and making her money. Anyway, she wound up befriending someone else, I guess. And so anyway, long story short, she got the ex-roommate jumped on. And the ex-roommate had to leave her. And it's just so, again, with all that being said, so
Cardi B's attitude, basically.
So they both have ishq with them. So
one more thing I want to add to that.
Yeah.
Since you're saying well, a lot of people saw that, obviously, that Cardi B has some kind of borderline underlying issue with black women, just like his previous post that she called black women roaches. They're still circulating online. I mean, now Cardi called herself a roach, so it's not like she just targeted black women. She even called herself a roach, but the fact of the matter is she shouldn't be calling no black women roaches.
Mm-mm. I also think
that's racist if you ask me.
Right. I also think that a lot of this is played up.
It's set up. I believe it's set up
as well. Yeah, and so it's just to get a lot of publicity for
Cardi and Nicki
and anyone else who talks about this Nicki and Cardi thing, for us to just get up on here and we talk about it and you guys listen.
And we feed into
it. So, but yeah,
it's all a game, man.
Always, and that industry is definitely always a game. But
who's to say they didn't have a secret meeting before this beef started?
I mean,
right? Saying, anything's possible. I don't put nothing past none of them.
I mean, who knows? I mean, you really just don't know. Again, in that industry. But yeah, the bets are off when you talk about to kids.
Yeah.
Or for me, the mom.
Yeah.
Bets are off.
Did Nicki really think Cardi was gonna wait till after the show to get confronted by Cardi B?
Right.
A crazy
Who has
one?
time to wait? She triggered, and yes, even though she's in the industry, at the end of the day, she's a human and she has feelings, and she addressed it right then and there. All that wait, let's get outside. No,
she had time.
No, you gotta. She wanted to handle it then, and I probably would have handled it then too. If you're talking about someone talking about my seed, yup, I probably would pick something up, because if anybody know, well, my son, funny, we went to Cherry Hill, New Jersey Mall, and it was me and a few other people, and some chick just started running her yip, being disrespectful, and while she was running her yip to me, I kindly picked up something in the store. It was about to bust her ass up. Oh, honey, but you better be glad that the divine law was like, okay, put that thing down, because you get locked up in Jersey. It's not going to be a good look. And even though her manager knew that she was dead wrong for disrespecting me, I did leave the store. She said, leave the store, else I'm going to call her. I mean, she laughed, but yeah, I left the store. So, yeah, don't nobody have time to be like, well, meet me outside after work. What?
Who has time for
Who
that?
does that? I'm not saying it was right. I'm
Right.
older and wiser now, but at that time, the way my brain's set up,
you had to handle it right.
I had to handle it right. I was trying to handle it, boy, and only it had to be the divine law itself, the creator of the universe, because she was about to catch that right upside her head. My son was with me. Yeah, and his friend, and again, yeah, so
I get it. I mean, with Cardi,
it's just about the respect.
It is the respect. It's all about the respect, and all I say to Cardi is she has to get herself together. Like some things she's gonna have to change. Seriously,
yes.
I understand she had to handle how she had to handle it, but at the same time, she has a lot on the line. She's risking too much at the level she's reached. You don't want to compromise that, because you know they're slowly creeping another one in. Do y'all know that?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Cash? Is it Cash Doll? They testing the waters with her already.
Right.
So Cardi,
right.
Listen.
And Nicki, honey, you getting a little older, and I'm gonna need for you to. She's trying to hang in there as long as she can, but she's becoming a has-been, and she's definitely gonna be pushed out. Somebody else is coming up, which that probably could have been Cardi.
It is Cardi, but Cardi needs to do.
Right, she just
needs
she need to take a different approach.
She's a mother.
Whatever that looks like, and yes, because she is a mother, I know.
It doesn't look right for a mother.
Right, and I know it can be hard, Cardi. I know, girl.
I know it.
I know.
Trust me, leave it to the Libra. I know it's hard. Trust me and believe me, because I don't give a damn what. I say what I want. I'm gonna do what I do. But even I have to reanalyze myself and do things differently, even if I don't want to. Sometimes it's hard because I don't be wanting to. I just want to go how I go about it, and I feel better. I get it.
I get it. I'm not a Libra, but I definitely do get it from a mother perspective.
Yeah,
I definitely do get
different.
It. Yeah, you got to move different.
Kids change you.
Yes,
they change.
They do. They can definitely.
So I'm sure they change.
They can definitely. Yes, my kids have definitely changed me. Of course, life in general for me has changed me, and so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for, I'm just grateful for the good, bad, and indifferent, because it definitely does change you, help you grow spiritually, psychologically, mentally. Even when I look at myself now, at how I could react to different things, and I don't, I know it's nothing but the creator of the universe with the divine law that just, and I have to look at myself like, oh, for real, because if you would have caught me while I was back in Philly, or even earlier part of moving here to Atlanta, you might have not liked me. Yeah, you might not have liked me.
I'm sure they wouldn't have liked you.
Because that, hey, Jade, or Aisha, or whatever, that would have been thrown out the window. So I'm grateful for growth. I'm grateful for growth. That's it. Grateful for growth.
But Cardi doesn't know that lesson too. She has to learn.
She has to learn that. You have to learn that. It's a process.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I'm not rushing it. I mean, you have to take your time, Cardi. But you got to be humble at some point now. You can't always be reckless all the time. Cause that can hinder you, and you block a lot of blessings like that.
Yes, that's those choices.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
We need to say that in a minute.
And a decision. Facts. Hashtag facts. Seriously, people, it is for any of us.
I hope I said the right rapper, Cash, though. I hope it's the right female rapper, because it's hard to keep up with these people. So hopefully I said Cash, though. Hopefully that's the right person I said. But yeah, they're in the works of testing the waters with another black female rapper right now. But Cardi, please get it together, because once they replace you, that's it.
That's it.
It's a wrap.
That's it. That's it.
Ain't no coming back.
Nope. No coming back.
Please get it together.
Definitely.
Whatever you need to do.
So I'll just read this one because it's several. But this one is, these sources are coming from ustoday.com. Nicki Minaj talks mortifying. NYFW fight with Cardi B. Get this woman some help.
Oh my God.
Cardi B and Nicki Minaj before the altercation. So it says Cardi B and Nicki Minaj share the Harper's Bazaar Icons red carpet, which was this past Friday night, before becoming involved in an altercation that left Cardi B with a mark on her head.
Wow.
Nicki Minaj is breaking her silence on her New York Fashion Week squabble with Cardi B on none other than her own radio show. And Nicki's radio show is called Queen. Where is it at?
Queen Radio.
Queen Radio.
It's actually entertaining. Y'all should check it out. Seriously.
Queen Radio. So speaking on Beats One, Queen Radio, Monday, the 35-year-old rapper called the fight mortifying because it went down at Harper's Bazaar Icons party in front of upper echelon people who have their lives together.
Oh, do they? I don't believe that. Come on.
It's a facade.
Please.
It says, this is Nicki, I believe. I was in an Alexandria Vautier gown off the runway, and I could not believe how humiliating it all felt. How we, and I use we real loosely, made ourselves look, Nicki said. After the altercation, the platinum Boricua yellow rapper, the Boricua yellow.
Yeah, Boricua
yellow. The rapper alleged on Instagram. I got to get with my peoples.
Yeah, come on now. Get with your peoples.
My people's dialect.
What's going on, Jade?
Alleged on Instagram that Nicki had made disparaging remarks about her ability to be a good mother. She and the rapper Offset recently welcomed a daughter.
Oh.
Nicki shut down the allegations on Monday, calling them a bunch of lies. I would never discuss anyone's child, the Queens, New York native said. It's so sad for someone to pin that on me because I'm the bad guy and they knew people would believe them. So in this, you can click on it. Cardi B injured after fight with Nicki Minaj at New York Fashion Week. Yes, again, her little female groupies got involved in it. And I can't think of that one main one.
Oh, yeah, what is on that?
She's the one that started the whole let me hear me roar she-woman thing.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Right. So again, it's called, what is it called? Beats One at Beats One.
Yeah, the company is Beats One.
The company is Beats One, called Queen Radio. Right. Queen Radio. Nicki took her beef with the former reality star a step further. She played a clip of Cardi B saying, "Nothing is off limits. I hate when some people come at me like, oh, Cardi, why are you coming at people's kids for? Why are you coming at people's kids for?"
I want to discuss that too, about what Cardi said.
The Barbie Dreams rapper continued, which the Barbie Dream is Nicki. But we did hear this woman who accused me of saying something about her child just saying nothing is off limits, even talking about people's kids. The shots did not stop there. Nicki said Cardi B looks dumb and built her career off of sympathy. She added that someone needs to give this 25-year-old an intervention. You came to my bleep culture. I never had to bleep a DJ to play my songs. You're angry and you're sad, Nicki said. Get this woman some help. This woman is at the best stage in her career and she's out here throwing bottles and throwing shoes. A person who witnessed the incident at the Harper's Bazaar party Friday night told the Associated Press that Nicki was finishing up a conversation with someone when Cardi B tracked her, but Nicki's security guards intervened. It was more her female groupie. Video circulating on social media shows Cardi B lunging towards someone and being held back. She was also seen throwing one of her designer shoes at Nicki. So was this the reason? Not only, well, in addition to Nicki saying something allegedly, I can't stand that word, but let's go with the alleged thing, allegedly throwing her shoe at Nicki, was it stated that she stepped on her dress as she was walking, or was that the female goon that had
they
stepped
said
on?
Nicki stepped on her dress.
So it's been
the media saying that Nicki stepped on her dress.
Nicki stepped on Cardi B's dress.
And even all the Barbie fans that are so obsessed and follow Nicki, and the Cardi B fans who are obsessed and follow Nicki, even commented on Nicki stepping on Cardi B's dress.
So another video shows Cardi B being escorted out of the event by security. She was seen leaving the party barefoot in a voluminous red Dolce & Gabbana gown with what appeared to be a bump on her head. She and Nicki have been rap rivals since Cardi B began achieving huge success over the last year. So it's just, again, and overall, we laugh, we give you tea, coffee, milk, beer, malt liquor, we give you all of whatever.
All of it.
But it's just a shame in general that these two grown women have to come to this, because yes, Cardi B has a child now. So even though it's hard, and I get her, but I also understand that you're human and that is your child. So yes, you're gonna appear some way, but now it's time for her to really grow up and take a different approach to things. And Nicki needs to stop acting like she's innocent as well.
Yeah, man, she do that. Yeah.
She played that victim.
She know what she did.
She played that victim role.
She was strategic in this event.
She was very strategic. Touche, honey.
I can't be mad at her. She know how to play the game.
She know how to play it because she's been in the game for a while.
Too long.
So she know how to play that game.
And there was celebrities that stopped following Cardi B on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, for real?
Yeah, they have.
And the people that follow them, like, y'all acting like y'all never did nothing. But it just shows you no one in the industry are your friends. They're not loyal.
They're not.
They don't care about you, period.
It's pure. Everybody, I won't say everybody, but most people that follows these celebrities, they're following them because they're in the now. But when there has been,
or they've done something wrong,
they've done something wrong, or has
something they don't agree with,
right? Then they're gonna let them go, and they're gonna wait for the next group or set of people to come up, and then they're gonna follow them.
Right. Short attention span.
Right. So I mean, is that? I mean, some of these people with a lot of these remarks, you act like y'all Nicki and Cardi's first and second cousins.
Like, yeah, come on,
stop,
please. Y'all look dumb.
For real. At the end of the day, none of us really knows except for if we was there.
That's true.
We can only go on media coverage and
what we reading
and what we're reading and give our own opinions on these things, but y'all really wasn't there, so stop acting like y'all related to them, or y'all didn't.
Y'all be capping like I don't know what for Nicki and Cardi.
They be tripped out like y'all idolizing some of y'all.
Stop it.
I mean, there's quite a few artists that I like, but I'm not worshiping them. Because a lot of them talk out of both sides of their mouth. So I listen and I take key points off of what they say. and apply it, and y'all can have it.
That's true.
I mean, that's just me.
No, I agree with you.
Everybody else is set up different.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't deride none of these celebrities. I'm biased as I don't know what. If you right, you right. If you wrong, you're wrong. Point blank. I could be the biggest fan of yours, but if it sounds like some fugazi, I'm gonna say it. I don't care, cause none of them is perfect. And people act like these celebrities can do no wrong when they do.
Right.
So when I say it,
people get offended.
They get offended. Okay.
Want to cut you off, not be your friends no more. Y'all be tripping, some of y'all.
Y'all need to focus on your own life.
Right.
Why you trying to obsess and worry about another celibrity's life? You need to worry about your own life and get it together.
Absolutely.
All this energy y'all put in all this energy y'all put in deriding celebrities and worshiping and idolizing these people. You shouldn't even be idolizing nobody.
Exactly.
Why are you idolizing? I mean, they're not the creator. They ain't put no breath in your lungs.
And food on your table and money in your pockets.
Right. Although blessings, not every blessing comes from the creator. Some blessings come from Lucifer.
All dollars are not good dollars.
But I digress.
Right. All dollars are not good dollars. And trust when I say I'm sure that these celebrities, for as much money as they make, they are miserable.
As I don't know what.
They are depressed. You talk about mental health. You talk about addictions. You talk about suicidal thoughts, or even they went the whole way of.
They went all the way in.
They went all the way in. Like, I'm sure when they're not in the forefront and they have those fake ass smiles on their face.
I don't see how they do it.
And when they go home, I'm sure they battling a lot of things. So,
yes.
You just don't know unless you're actually there. I mean, that's just how I see it.
No,
I don't want to be in that position. I want to have one spiritual peace. To be set up where my family can be taken care of, and have where when I'm ready to want to do something, do whatever, I don't have to worry about counting coins or counting bills and figuring out what's what. I can just be like, I can do it and be all right.
Oh yeah.
And be all right.
That's where you want to be at. You want to be, I mean, more so always be spiritually stable. But if you're living in this society, yeah, you want to be financially stable. At least to live, in some kind of peace and get by whatever you need to do. But I definitely get you. I agree. But I just say, man, people, we got to stop idolizing celebrities, because they're not here to lead the masses in a positive way. Their job is to lead you in the wrong path. That is their job as celebrities. Every last one of them, including the so-called conscious artists.
Right. And what's his name? He passed away.
You talking about Mac Miller?
No. My brain. I'm having a brain fart right now. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Talking about Biggie?
Biggie. He said a long time ago, the more money you make, the more problems.
Oh, yeah.
That's a true statement. The more money, the more problems you get.
And that's a true statement, man. And all these people all y'all regular people that want to be up in the entertainment world.
And want to idolize them.
That is not a good idea.
You don't even know what a lot of them
gotta go through to get there.
Go through
you do not know.
To go get there.
And believe me, if you're not consciously aware of what they're doing, and if you find out, trust me, you wouldn't even want to be there after learning what they have to go through to be a star. And there's some people who don't care, who wants to go through all the sickness and demonic things to get into space with other celebrities. Some people willing to do anything for fame and money.
Right.
And they know the consequences and repercussions that come with, even the downside that comes with being a celebrity.
Right. we're doing independently, because even if it takes a longer time, it's ours.
Right. And the creator will bless us.
And the creator will definitely bless us the right way. And we're not selling souls, and we're not giving blood or doing whatever they may do
popped in the butt.
In that world, we're doing it,
giving head to all kind of people. Yeah, I'm graphic, but that's real, because that's exactly what goes on in the entertainment industry.
It's a lot of stuff. So please don't always believe everything you see in media. Like there is fake to it, but there's definitely also truth to it.
Absolutely.
So just be mindful of who you call yourself worshiping or idolizing, or getting so consumed thinking that they can't do any wrong
when they do wrong.
You have to be conscious, and you have to just watch and listen. Apply the things that are meaningful. Take it and do what you need to do with it.
Right. It's all an illusion, folks, is what we're trying to get to. All this illusion. The whole goal is you need to get more spiritual. That is the end goal of all of this.
Yes.
I mean, not just from celebrity, the entertainment world, but I'm saying everything that's going on in this world, it all goes back to getting more spiritual.
Absolutely.
Point blank, period. But this incident with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, I know that this beef that they have has been brewing for a long time. It was bound to go left anyway. I knew it was coming.
It was coming.
It was only a matter of time.
It was coming.
But on the other hand, I also see that the media is playing a part in their beef too, because they're instigating things where they're putting out fake stories or fake comments that both sides have said, or just photoshopping certain things. Even the fans are getting involved in this.
Right.
It's like, yes, it makes it worse. So and now you have it. Now that a situation in brewed, and now Cardi B career is compromised, and Nicki is still looked at it in a negative way. And some people actually thought Nicki did good in this situation. But there's some people who they came and Nicki making it bad for herself too, all at the same time.
Yeah, they both are. So, because I believe Cardi was brought here to knock Nicki out.
Yeah, and Nicki knows that. That's why she mad and jealous. She knows, but ain't nothing she can do about it.
Right, because she's at an age where that industry is considering her old.
Let's be real. To the industry, you old. They don't want it.
You 35 and you too old for them. They need some fresh blood.
Fresh new blood. And Cardi's young. That's what they want. And people love Cardi because she's just authentic. She's just herself.
As ratchet as people may think she is, or she is.
She is.
She is.
And I don't like the things she said.
And she say some off the wall stuff,
and she actually owns up to it. That's the part that I respect.
She owns up to it.
Now, she did not once, when this story that came back up about her calling black women cockroaches, she didn't run away or back down from it. She acknowledged that, she said it. She wasn't backpedaling or anything. So I had to respect her for that. Do I agree with her? She said, hell no. She shouldn't even be saying that, because most of her fan base are black women anyway.
Black women anyway.
So she might need to calm down.
Yeah, she gonna need to calm down.
Oh, she won't have a fan base.
Exactly, and then she's gonna be washed up too. As young as she is, she will be washed up, and she will be destroyed
and replaced
quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
So Nicki needs to sit her butt down somewhere, because this is karma as far as I'm concerned. Because look how she did Lil' Kim. And this is the same situation where
Nicki?
Yeah, when Nicki rose.
I'm sorry, excuse me, guys. She ate off of Lil' Kim, like her whole style, everything.
And mind you, Nicki's at the height of her career. She was successful. She was making a name. And Lil' Kim, I hate to say it, she fell off.
She did.
but then Nicki kept attacking her. And now here it is again. We revisiting this whole thing again. Now it's Nicki's turn to feel the karma. Cardi is at a height. She's successful. And yeah, Cardi's attacking Nicki. And Nicki ain't gonna be, she's not as big no more. You know what I mean? Okay. I mean she's went downhill from there.
Yep. So ladies, I don't have anything else on the Nicki and Cardi.
Okay. Well, I would tell you Cardi's side of how she felt about the fight at New York Fashion Week. I know you gave Nicki Minaj's side to it, but I'm gonna read from Inquisitor.com, and I'll also read another article of what actually started this whole beef in the first place. I will actually read an article about that, so you have an understanding of why the turn of events occurred. You know, I mean, yeah, the turn of events that occurred that led up to this fight at New York Fashion Week. So the first one is from Inquisitor.com, INQUISITR.com. Headline reads, Cardi B doesn't regret Nicki Minaj fight at NYFW. This weekend saw the culmination of a rap beef that had been brewing for the past year, with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj finally confronting each other at an after party during New York Fashion Week, after plenty of subtle and not so subtle shots at each other, as well as musical collaboration. With a few days of distance from the fracas, sources close to Cardi have revealed that the Boy That Yellow rapper has no regrets about the situation, and if placed in the same circumstance would do exactly the same thing, according to reports from TMZ. The source revealed that Cardi's physical aggression stemmed from comments that Nicki had been making in the media in regards to Cardi's family and relationship with the rapper Offset. Comments that Cardi felt had crossed the line and forced her to react in order to defend her daughter, Culture. So that's her daughter's name. So she defended her daughter's honor. Cardi did just that, throwing her stiletto shoe at Minaj and setting off a massive brawl between the pair's entourages. In response to comments from Nicki that Cardi needed an intervention after her antics, which I agree, Cardi had to laugh at that statement, referring to Nicki's latest antics where she seems to incite problems with other rappers and entertainers simply out of a need for attention and media coverage. As for Nicki's denial that she has ever spoken ill of Cardi's daughter, well, the sources say Cardi knows that it's just another lie from Minaj. Nicki issued her denial of speaking negatively on Culture on the show, calling the running an embarrassment at an event that oozes such a high-class atmosphere and features fashion icons and superstars from all over the world. Despite Nicki's embarrassment, the Queen's rapper wasn't above keeping the bad blood flowing, throwing in comment that Cardi would die if she continued such behavior. Now, if you insinuate you're gonna put some death over Cardi's head, see? Again, here you go starting stuff. Now, if Cardi take it on a whole nother level and take this to make this a war, as if this is a street atmosphere, there's no need to say nothing, Nicki, because you're inciting the violence. I mean, come on. Why would you even say that? I mean, I get what you're saying. I know Cardi has to watch her actions because that can lead her down a dark path where she could lose her life. I get that. But I heard that on Queen Reda when she said it. The way she was saying, like, she gonna do something. Like tough.
Nicki gonna do something.
Yeah, like she tough.
Nicki needs to have several seats.
Child, sit your ass down. What you talking about?
You were not that old thug stud back in the day, girl.
Right. Cause we see the LGBTQ, we know who you is.
Girl, you used to be a stud.
You a stud. You used to be a stud back in the day.
And I think who did she say she had like some little relationship with? Remy?
That's what it was circulating for so long.
According to sources.
According to sources, she had a relationship with Remy.
So yeah, she don't
sit down.
Sit down. She definitely don't want to do that with Remy.
Nah, Remy's cut from a different cloth.
She's from a different build.
That's why Nicki ain't tried it. She ain't said nothing.
If she try her, we definitely gonna bring that tea, coffee,
beer,
malt liquor.
Nicki, I'm sorry. Y'all can say what you want. Nicki need her ass beat. I'm sorry.
Boy, Remy would be the one to do it too.
I would love to see that. Yep, I said it. I would love to see that because she has it coming.
Yeah, that'd be one I like to see.
Right.
Because I like Remy.
And I'm gonna have to say this too. I'm rooting for Cardi. Forget what y'all gotta say. I want her to win, but only thing she has to do is change some of her ways, and she will be all right. She'll be just fine.
She got to change some of them ways. She got it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
She need to change a lot of ways and stop calling black women black roaches. That's unacceptable, Cardi. You need to get that out your mouth before you get slapped the fuck up.
Popped in your mouth.
Right.
By the right one. By the right sister.
By the right sister. I'm just letting you know. So yeah. Right. I mean, yeah, so that was a story. Hold on, let me see. Okay, two more paragraphs. The source made clear to TMZ that Cardi has no plans to seek out Minaj and continue the beef. Only that if a situation where she was in a close proximity with anyone that had made such a disrespectful comment about her and in particular her daughter, Cardi would not hesitate to confront the situation and handle it however she felt necessary to get her point across. While on face value, each rapper's comments imply that there will never be another intentional attack on each other, there is no doubt that there was just enough implication of a threat that it's unlikely that the two biggest female rappers in music will ever be able to share a room again. Oh, it can happen. They just have to set aside their differences and clear all this nonsense up. Because recently Drake and Meek did after so long. You know that was bothering them the whole time after everything when they're all that brewed with their beef. Then after a while, it just started getting to them, and so yeah, I can see where they finally say, you know what, man, this ain't worth it, and
do what we need to do.
Right, and men are so simple anyway. I mean,
he's simple.
Men are just simple in general.
Yeah, men are.
Come on,
they can be. Yes,
they're just simple. I mean, if Drake and me can make us, I really believe Cardi and Nicki can make up and come together and do some music. That's all people want in the beginning. I think that would have took Nicki's career to the next level if she made that smart strategic business move and worked with Cardi. You know how that would have made her persona look a lot better. Like, yeah, she would have been in a lot of people's good graces for that, but she chose to want to beef because she's jealous because she want to be the only queen of rap. No, sweetheart, it doesn't work like that. It's room for everybody. You have to show love to everybody. It's about respect. You don't see Eve doing that. You didn't see Queen Latifah doing that. You didn't see Trina and Missy and all them doing that. There was always mutual respect amongst those elite female rappers.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Nicki, you need to take responsibility, accountability for the things you do.
Right. You need to be that grown woman and do the responsible thing. You and Cardi, because Cardi, grown too, and a mother. So neither one of you guys, neither one of those ladies are excluded.
Absolutely. You wanted to read something?
I'm on the next topic. No, I was just listening to you.
Okay. Okay, so I want to read this last one and we move on to the next thing. So I'm going to give you the background of why the beef spewed in the first place and why it got so ugly. So this is coming from news.com.au. The headline reads, why the rivalry between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B was bound to get ugly. All right, so let me make sure. Okay, all right. Want to make sure I had the right article. They grew up just 25 kilometers apart in New York. One in an apartment in the Bronx, the other in a house in Queens. But together, New York rap royalty Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are like oil and water. The ugly rivalry between two of the top women of rap smoldered for more than a year before exploding last Friday when the hip-hop hellions had it out, WWE style, at the Harvard's Bizarre Icons Bash during New York Fashion Week, reports the New York Post. First, a Minaj security guard threw an elbow at Cardi's head in the lobby of New York's Plaza Hotel. Then Cardi threw one of her towering red heels at Minaj. At one point, new mom Cardi shouted at Minaj, "Let them talk about my daughter again," before storming away from her in a huff, a fan video shows. I'm just saying, I'm not going to even say the cuss word, so I'm just going to say the one letter. B, come here. B, come here. Cardi, who gave birth to a girl Culture with husband Offset Amigos in July, can be heard in another fan video. Minaj reportedly didn't even flinch as Cardi B was led out of the party. Cardi was, of course, hobbling due to her lost shoe, but the look on her face was triumphant. The pair's clash dates back to May 2017 when Minaj name-dropped Offset and his rap group Migos in a collaboration with Katy Perry called Swish Swish. Silly, well, the verse, the few lines in the verse that Nicki rap was, silly rap beefs, just get me more checks. My life is a movie. I'm never offset. Me and my amigos, swish swish, I got them upset. All right. The jab by Minaj 35 didn't sit well with Cardi 25, who took on Instagram Live at the time to dish on fake people in the industry. A bee like me, I was happy when I was macking in the hood, she wrote. This S right here is so fake. When I used to be a regular bee from the Bronx, a hood bee, when somebody used to be fake to me, it was cool because I could approach a bee and punch her. A few months later, Minaj seemingly took another dig at her foe in a verse for the song No Flag, which also features Offset Amigos. Nicki says, Little B, I heard these labels trying to make another me. Everything you getting, little H, is 'cause of me. Minaj quickly denied the lyrics were about Cardi. Minaj and Cardi continued to jab at one another throughout last year, making headlines once again after featuring on the same song Motorsport. I know y'all guys remember that big hit song Motorsport with Migos on it. It came out August 2017. Minaj, a rap veteran, felt that the up-and-comer didn't pay her proper respect. The only thing with Cardi that really, really hurt my feelings was the first interview she did after Motorsport came out. Minaj told Beats One Radio, Zane Lowe, last April. If you haven't checked out that interview with Zane Lowe, check it out so you have some kind of understanding and background of their beef. And Minaj gave her feelings and accounts and her opinions about Cardi and just, the music and dressing songs and all that stuff. So check it out. Zane Lowe, Beats One. I remember when I first came in the game, if a female of that stature had done a feature with me on it, I would only be singing their praises and saying thank you. Cardi countered that she already paid enough respect to the rapper. I already said she's an amazing artist. Pay my respect to her. She also told Lowe, what do people expect? Y'all want me to say something bad? I'm not falling for that. That's what Cardi was saying. Their feud escalated when Minaj seemed to insult Cardi's talent in an August interview with Jay-Z's streaming service Tidal. It's silly now to compare me to women because there's no woman that can come in right now and realistically can put up the stats, she said. Hours later, Cardi responded on Instagram Live saying she was sick and tired of people trying to discredit me. During the opening ceremony, she refers to herself as the Empress, a cheeky nod to Minaj's new release album, The Queen. Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen that, but check that out. That was on, I think that was on what was that, MTV or what was that, MTV Awards? She said that. I think that might have been MTV Awards. I might be wrong, but I think it was. But yeah, Cardi said that too, so check that out. Minaj seemed to rub more salt in Cardi's wounds with singing lyrics on the album. They done went to witch doctors to bury the Barbie, but I double back, kill bees, bury the body. Fans were convinced the artist says Barty, Cardi's nickname, instead of Body. The animosity continues despite their shared hard-scrabble upbringings. Minaj's father worked as a financial executive, her mother in payroll, and were both staunchly religious gospel singers, but her father struggled with drugs and alcohol, feeling a violent temper that led him to burn down their family home when Nicki was 4 years old. She probably got this.
She got some
She got
ways.
that temper like her father. That's what that is. He was attempting to kill my mother. She got out before it burnt all the way down, she told Details magazine. That's why she got so many mental issues. By 16, Cardi claims to have joined the notorious Blood Gangs. By 19, she was a stripper. She credits stripping with helping her escape poverty and violent relationships. It really saved me from a lot of things. When I started stripping, I went back to school, she said. Friday's wild scuffle unfolded after Minaj supposedly mouthed off to Cardi about her skills as a parent, which sent the rapper into a rage, throwing punches, pulling hair, and even throwing her cherry red high heels. But others say Cardi may have been looking to pick a fight when she aggressively approached the self-proclaimed queen of rap and said, "Let me tell you something," as she lunged toward Minaj, TMZ reported. When security personnel tried to break up the catfight, Cardi was elbowed in the forehead, leaving her with a sizable bump on her forehead and a torn red dress. It was ripped totally down the back. Her ass was showing, a witness told the New York Post of the scene. Coincidentally, a day earlier, Minaj's dress had also torn, revealing her own backside. Minaj was completely unfazed after the rumble at the plaza and told police she does not wish to file charges against her foe, sources told the New York Post. So let's see, and yeah, and the rest is just about the fight. But for a big portion of this article, it told you the backstory of their beef, quote unquote. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it just gotta stop,
I
man.
need for them to get their lives together.
Oh, they gotta get it together. Man.
I
They
need
gotta
for them
stop.
to get their lives together. Two grown women at the end of the day. Just hopefully, they can come to some type of middle where this situation is not happening
You don't need to escalate no
again.
more,
It really,
please.
it just doesn't.
It's not that
We
deep.
kiki and all of that, but it's just we don't need this anymore.
Nah,
We don't. So hope it comes together for them.
right. You know, it's off stage, but but how it's looking, if it stays like this, they still don't need to even be doing this. So. But go ahead, we're going on to the next topic. So with that being said, we're going to discuss Mac Miller's untimely passing a couple of weeks ago. It's very unfortunate, very sad. It's really messed up. So yeah, we're going to talk about that, him and Ariana Grande connection, and anything else surrounding the.
Excuse me, people. Excuse me. So, as Uno said, the untimely death of artist Mac Miller. He's dead at 26 of an apparent overdose.
Quote unquote.
This source is coming from TMZ.com. So, law enforcement sources tell TMZ Mac was found Friday around noon in a bedroom at his San Fernando Valley home, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. We're told authorities were alerted by a male friend who placed a 911 call from Mac's home. The emergency dispatch audio reveals first responders were called for a patient in cardiac arrest. And there's this. In a doc made a few years ago, Mac said, "I'd rather be the corny white rapper than the drugged out mess who can't even get out of his house. Overdosing is just not cool. You don't go down in history because you overdose. You just die." Miller has battled substance abuse issues for years, something that came up again in the wake up of his breakup with Ariana Grande. The rapper wrecked his G-Wagon by wrapping it around a utility pole back in May and was arrested for a DUI and hit and run. He fled the scene, but cops say he later confessed at his home. He blew 2 times the legal limit. After his arrest, Ariana tweeted, "Please take care of yourself," and was clearly concerned about substance abuse. After their breakup, Ariana made it clear his substance abuse had been a deal breaker in their 2-year relationship. Some people blamed Ariana for Mac's DUI, and she responded, "I am not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need to be. I have cared for him and tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years. She added, "Of course, I didn't share about how hard or scary it was while it was happening, but it was." Sources close to Mac tell TMZ friends of his warned people not to bring up the subject of his relationship with Ariana because it was too touchy. His 2014 mixtape, Faces, was almost autobiographical on the subject of drug use. There were also references to premature death. A profile of Mac was just published Thursday by Vulture. Among other things, Mac said he had enormous pressure growing up in the public eye. "A lot of times in my life, I've put this pressure to hold myself to the standard of whatever I thought I was supposed to be, or how I was supposed to be perceived, and it creates pressure." Thursday night, Mac posted video of a record player, and you hear his song, "So It Goes," which includes lyrics, "Nine lives, never die. F for heaven, I'm still getting high." Mac was supposed to start a tour next month. So it says, I'll just read these two. At 3:52 p.m. specific time, Mac's family had just released a statement on his death saying Malcolm McCormick, known and adored by fans as Mac Miller, has tragically passed away at the age of 26. He was a bright light in this world for his family, friends, and fans. Thank you for your prayers. Also at 3:41 p.m. specific time, Mac's close friend and NBA All-Star Karl Anthony Towns just showed up at Mac's home. Towns had tweeted, "Not only were you my favorite artist, you was one of my closest friends. The love we had was genuine and the moments we shared were filled with nothing but positivity and laughter." It's such
I don't think he died of an overdose. I don't think he even died of an overdose. The media's not telling the whole story. But okay.
Yeah, I will say this. I'm having very I'm having very mixed feelings about this.
It just don't sound right. The timing of his death.
Right.
The timing is just too bad.
I can't say Ariana.
Go ahead.
Whatever part she plays in, and I'm not quite sure yet. I'll say it like that. I'm not quite sure yet. But then on another side, she is engaged. Am I saying
new guy?
To this new guy
who's coming up,
who I believe probably associated due to his death, Mac Miller's death.
Yeah,
he's having this come up.
Yeah, I believe all news.
And there was also when they went in there to search.
There was multiple
people in his home, and why the hell was that?
Before his death, mind you, a couple of his friends were in there with these guys.
Right.
What are they doing in there?
Yeah, so
as the man is dead now, before and after he's dead.
Right. So it's some things that are suspect.
Right, those little pieces.
Right, to me.
Yeah.
But as a lot of us know, and a lot of times, what's left in the dark comes to the light.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. I mean, I understand.
Suicide, I understand that totally.
I understand suicide, being a suicide survivor. I understand sobriety as I'm in my sobriety or recovery of my addiction in life. And 11 years clean. Thank you, Creator. But something is not adding up to me. And it's sad because a lot of times things that happen in our lives, especially we're speaking of that industry. Um, it's like it's a backlash. Like that's the first thing they want to go for. Well,
They push that narrative. The media pushes that narrative.
Right.
Overdose or hanging by some kind of
Hanging, yeah,
material.
right. It always seems like a pattern. With suicide, we're
Drowning in the
hanging, we're
bathtub.
drowning in bathtubs.
Car accident.
Yeah, car accidents. That's kind
Those
of
same
weird
narratives with almost every celebrity.
Right.
I mean, heart attack, some brain aneurysm.
It just miraculously like appears.
That's
It's
not adding
suspect.
up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not.
And you people out there can say what you want to say. I don't believe Mac Miller died of an accidental overdose. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. That is some bullshit. You can't believe what the media tells you. The elite, the government, and the entertainment world work hand in hand. This world is full of deception. Things are not what they seem, and you can't believe nothing they tell you. So they're the masters of trickery. So yeah, you can't believe what they tell you. So if they put out these stories, you have to question it. You can't trust you can't trust what is put out there to you. It's more to what you see, more to what meets the eye. And no, so I don't believe Mac Miller died of an accidental overdose. I believe those people that was in that room shot him up with something. I can believe that. That was a sacrifice for somebody. They were sent there to sacrifice Mac Miller for somebody else. I believe Ariana Grande has something to do with that. So if the fans are saying that, obviously it's true. It can't be far-fetched. I mean, then she just, was it a couple weeks ago, she was at Aretha Franklin's funeral? Did y'all not pay attention to the elite people that was in that room? Did you not pay attention to the background? How about the pastor, Pastor Ellis? Did you see how close him and Bill Clinton was sitting? And how they were watching Ariana Grande? Did you not pay attention to that? Because everybody's so focused on, oh, she shouldn't have sung the song, and they should have
the way she was dressed,
and the pastor grabbing on her dress, but did not pay attention to the key things that actually connected Ariana Grande to Mac Miller's death. So yeah, Ariana Grande is gonna move up in her career, including the guy she's with. So those guys were sent there, including his so-called friends. They're not friends. Obviously, you're gonna do your own friend like that. That's not a friend to me at all. I mean, it's funny how that funeral happens and then all of a sudden Mac Miller's dead. Y'all not catching on yet? You're not seeing through the
foolery?
Through the foolery yet? Do you not see the connection there? And when did Mac Miller die? Do your math. Add the numbers up. You're gonna get the 6 in there. So no, there's way more to this story, and believe me, it's gonna come out sooner or later. It's gonna come out the real truth about this man's death. I mean, it's just sad, man. I mean,
it is
the stuff that people do for fame and money, like, and y'all really believe it's supposed to be a natural death. Entertainment don't have natural deaths, y'all. Don't you get it? Most in the industry don't die natural deaths at all. There's always something behind every death that occurs in the entertainment industry. Everybody. Yes, I said everybody, including Bruce Lee. Y'all really think he died of a brain aneurysm?
Mm-hmm.
Did you really think he died of that? Do you really think his son died when he was on the set and he accidentally got shot by a gun that had a bullet in it? No, that was intentionally done. So you might need to really sit back and analyze all the stuff that's playing out with Mac Miller's death. You might need to be analyzed because everything is done. You know, this is sacrifice season. You do know that, right? This we in fall, winter solstice.
Yeah, they don't. Most people don't even believe in none of that. They don't get into
then that's how they're gonna get in trouble. Just like, okay, so who recently won? I don't even keep up with that. What is that show where they sing on? Not American Idol. What's the other one?
TV. I had to put on the grease. America's Got Talent or something like that. And all these. And yeah.
I don't know who recently won, but if there's people that's giving them forewarning before they get in the industry, I mean, a lot of times they're not gonna listen to people when they tell them the truth until they get in it, and now they see what the people was telling them beforehand when they wanted to cross over. They start to see what the truth is and they want to get out, and it's too late. I mean, people gotta really leave that industry alone. It's just not worth it at all. You give up all of you, and for what? What do you get out of it? So some trinkets, because that's all it is. The money's a trinket. That's not your salvation to transition on to another dimension or being a good graces of the Creator. You're only digging a deeper hole for yourself. And to me, the preachers, pastors, they all the same to me. The preachers, pastors, even the gospel artists, they're secular because they're not gospel. They're worse because they know the truth and choose not to follow it anyway.
You see, TD Jakes, he was real quiet with it, wasn't he?
What
he
was
was
mean?
Real
quiet.
Just quiet. Like he was really reserved and laid back to me.
You mean what at
Aretha's funeral? Like I was checking out a lot of them.
Y'all not paying attention.
Checking out a lot of them up on there.
That's right. He sure
retarded ass. Al, Sharpton,
and what's the other? Jesse
Jackson, and
watch how they was looking at Ariana.
What's his name? Dyson. What's his last name? Dyson. Michael.
Oh,
Dyson.
Michael C. Dyson.
Yeah. Like all them up on the
all the boulay.
Just sitting up there.
They're all
just very observant and just, my heart definitely. Just in general, my heart definitely for Aretha, and it's a lot with that too, I believe.
She was sacrificed.
My heart goes to Aretha as well as her family, but it's just the outside of her. I really feel like it was a big ass show to me. 10 hours, that was a big ass show. People just
it's a ritual.
Like that was just the biggest show I've seen. Like
that was a live ritual.
Right, like I saw the parts I guess I needed to see because I just could not deal with 10 hours of that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But I saw the parts that I did see, and those that I did, I just. And you're right, unfortunately, and okay, to all of y'all, I might feel some way when I mention church, and yes, I come from the belly of being in church, but it's just gotten it's horrible for me.
It's so demonic, man.
It's very demonic. It's not, to me, church.
No.
I mean, it's a business. Mm-hmm. These big mega churches and big mega preachers and pastors, and again, bishops, and all that is just the same thing for me. It's the same thing. What is the difference, if anybody? And I don't mean no harm when I ask this question. For those of you that are into church, and I have associates of all backgrounds. So for the churchgoers, and this is no disrespect, please define or please tell me what is the difference between the preacher or the pastor or the bishop, and what's the other one they use? I don't even know. Whoa. The preacher, the bishop, the pastor. What is the difference with those names? Are they not the same?
It's the same difference.
Thing.
It's no difference.
And again, I'm not being funny at all.
Well, I am.
Well, like Well, I'm just saying because I know in religions or paths or
Oh,
whatever, there's good and bad and everything. But I really I don't see the difference. So if y'all can convince me that there's a difference, okay, I'm willing to see what your feedback is, because it's horrible. And
my
they're
God,
old,
man.
and soon they probably know they're gonna be dismissed, and some new fresh blood coming in, and that whole religious realm and everything. And church is not church. Church is like a club. They tweaking, they dropping it. I mean,
And it's a cult.
yeah, yes, we got ATMs in
What that
churches.
tell you, people? What
Oh
does
my
that tell you?
gosh, we fly in private jets, and we have our own
You got
planes.
a mansion. What
We
is
have
that?
matches
What is
while
that?
there's homeless people,
And these past
and
one didn't help the homeless people.
right, they won't help the homeless,
Or people that lost their homes in
lost their
floods.
homes and floods.
Come
Like,
on, man.
where do you see,
Where you draw the line at, though, man?
right, where do you draw the line, and where do you see that these mega churches globally are really
Helping the
helping like
humanity.
that? When you have to go in the church and you're asked, okay, do you belong? Okay, if I tell you no. If you're in a community, why can't you just help me? Why can't you give me some type of assistance? Something. Why does it have to be, well, you got to make a certain income,
And be a part of the
or you got to
congregation.
join in order for you to
Seek any help.
seek any help? You got to
Wow.
go to these type of classes for this, that, and the third. Why?
Well, you gotta go through all those protocols.
Or for some, because I won't say all, but for enough of them, if
Majority.
you are giving out food, why is it expired? Why do you still have canned goods of food that's expired?
Right. Not that you're being ungrateful, but
Not that you're
that
being
makes people
ungrateful,
sick.
but it does make people sick.
Why would you give bad food to somebody? What kind of human you are? What kind of human
Why
you
do you
is?
belittle people if they come in there and you look down on them? I'm telling you this because this is based on experience, and I have seen enough ishq in my life in the churches that I've gone to and or belong to, that it just disgusts me. And I'm going to be fair and say it's not all, but it is certainly enough. So if you're bold enough, explain what the difference is between a preacher, pastor, and bishop. And when these pastors do wrong, because a lot of people that go to church idolize these pastors
Just as they do celebrities.
Right, just as they do celebrities.
Same
so
thing.
when they get caught up in the scams or caught up in they
They
foolery,
want to cover up for the pastor.
right, they want to cover up. Like,
Really?
he can't do no wrong while he's still a man at the end of the day. Okay, he can have a wife and kids and nice home and cars, but if he sees some other ass that look good to
You
him,
gonna go for it?
be it male or female,
He loving attention. He already a
he's
pastor.
what makes him he's still the flesh. He's still a man.
Or he gonna try to sleep with little boys.
Or sleep with little boys.
Come
But
on.
people still, I mean, ooh, honey.
You don't go there. Woosah, Jay. Woosah.
I just can't. And even though I practice Buddhism and I say I'm a spiritual person, I take the positive of it and apply it to my life and try to be the best self that I can be. But at the end of the day, I'm not idolizing the leader, because he or she is still a man at the end of the day. I listen and I apply and I go. Because I know at the end of the day, I want to apply the principle so that I can be on the right spiritual path. So it doesn't matter if it's from the church or Buddhist or Islam. And again, I'm not knocking none of it, but none of these people are all human like I am. They bleed just like I bleed. And they put on their pants one leg at a time. And people get so consumed and or caught up with idolizing and worshiping like these people can't do no wrong, and they can. Just some people happen to get caught, and some
Get caught in the cookie jar.
Right, and
Hands caught in the cookie
some
jar.
they you know it, but they just, I don't know. But like this whole church thing, it's sad. It's business. It's not about applying the principle much like that no more.
And helping
and it's right
people
and
that's
helping
in need. And that what the church built on?
And coming as you are, but some of these chicks coming straight from the club with the stilettos on, and I can't. I mean,
stop using that excuse of come as you are. I ain't trying to hear all that.
I'm not trying to hear all that. Just I don't know. It's just it's different. It's definitely different, and I left for my reasons, and it's my reasons, but it's just so different. It's a business.
Yes.
It's a business. We tweeting. We twerking rather, and we dropping it, and we just
and kids got to look at that. You got children in the church too now. They have to look at this.
Right.
What kind of example you said?
They looking at it, and or they are doing it. They're becoming
they're following what adults are doing.
Right.
So what example is they said?
I mean, I know when I grew up, in church and everything, we play around and emulate and stuff, but it was all out of fun for the most part of it. But like even then there were some things I saw that I had to be quiet about as a child that I didn't understand and thought in my head and couldn't speak out about it because I just couldn't. So now that I'm an adult and I just saw that pattern down the road, I'm like, you don't have to agree with me because it's my opinion, but don't tell me I'm wrong because I know what I saw and I know what I've been through. And for those of you that have good feedback, that's great. That's
because everybody's experience is different.
Right. Everybody's experiences are different, and that's okay. I respect you. You respect me, right? Because you just couldn't talk about certain things growing up when I went to church, and you probably can't either. I haven't been to church, and so it had gotten to a point where I was almost scared to step into church for the simple fact that I felt like I would just feel the devilish functions with me stepping into church. I'm a little bit better if I had to on the point of if I needed to do a speaking gig, but as far as sitting in church and things that I can't. I just can't, and I'm okay with that. So it's all good.
Absolutely, man. I agree with you, Jay, on that. So I mean, you want to read something?
No, you're going.
No, you go first. Go ahead.
No, I want you to, please. Go.
Okay. She thugging me again. Now she did this early. Now she thugging me again, but in a nice way this time.
Oh, we are okay. Look at us with the time. We better do that. Yes, it's all good.
We gotta make up for last week anyway.
Yeah.
So this is coming from people.com. The headline reads: Ariana Grande turns off Instagram comments as trolls blame her for ex Mac Miller's death. We just discussed that.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Grande has disabled her comments on Instagram after some fans began to blame her for her ex-boyfriend Mac Miller's death on Friday. No Tears Left to Cry singer 25 has not spoken out about her ex's death, but her last Instagram post was made on Thursday when she took a short video of her hotel room in the United Kingdom. By London, she wrote in the caption. Miller, 26, was pronounced dead at 11:51 a.m. at his Studio City, California home. The Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner coroner confirmed in a statement to People. The cause of death is yet to be determined, but a source tells People that the rapper had gone into cardiac arrest after appearing to suffer a drug overdose. Grande and Miller, who struggled with drugs throughout his life, dated for 2 years before separating in May. The split came as shock to fans as Miller raved about the singer on Twitter in April after she released her single No Tears Left to Cry. Very proud of this girl right here. Welcome back. We missed you. One of a kind. He tweeted at the time, following their breakup. Grande dedicated on Instagram story to the rapper in which she called him one of my best friends in the whole world and favorite people on the planet. I respect and adore him endlessly, and I am grateful to have him in my life in any form at all times, regardless of how our relationship changes or what the universe holds for each of us, the singer wrote. Grande's fans come to her defense on Twitter, writing it wasn't the singer's fault Miller had died. And you can check out the tweets on Twitter, or you can wait till I post all these articles up and you can check the article for yourself. Just noticed Ariana Grande disabled comments on her Instagram account after a barrage of Mac Miller-related comments. One user tweeted, "Recognize the true problems here, rather than using someone else as a scapegoat and continue the cycle. Also sad and nauseating." Another shared the same sentiment, tweeting, "The amounts of tweets blaming Ariana Grande for what happened to Mac Miller is disgusting. His addiction and lack of help is what drove this to happen. Don't point the finger at blame." Have to disagree. He was already dealing with all this, but it doesn't mean because the media makes up a story and says and play on his shortcomings and battles that he was going through social media doesn't make it true that he died of overdose because of his addiction or not getting the help he needs. Again, can't believe what the media tells you. The elite, the government, media works hand in hand, people. Come on. A different fan wrote, "Ariana Grande is not responsible for Mac Miller's death. Stop hating her. She's a person like you who also has feelings. I'm sure she's having a hard time. I wish patience to her and her family." And there's a lot of tweets about Mac. Yeah, that's it. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. And everything else is basically about Mac Miller's previous DUI and really how Ariana Grande was dealing with the relationship, the up and down tumultuous relationship, and being there, during Mac Miller's problem, his and any other problem he had, and how she felt about the loss of him and blah blah blah. So I'm not gonna get into all that. And of course, Miller gave his take on it that time before he died, and the mistakes he made in his life, and even messing relationship up with Ariana Grande. So yes, so this is coming from people.com. Now, if you want to read the rest of this article again, you can go check it out when I post it on our Instagram. It's just sad all around.
It is. It definitely is sad all the way around.
I still blame Ariana Grande. She has some part in it. I'm not gonna say totally a part of it, but she's one of the individuals that has something to do with Mac Miller's death, or at least has some affiliation connection to his death. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, I'm hearing you, and then the way my brain is set up, my brain went back there when you spoke about, the elites and everyone sitting there at the church just really being observant and everything. Yeah. It takes me back to that bishop, right?
With Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton was there.
Oh yeah,
they were sitting next to each other like they have a relationship.
And even Cecily Tyson, sitting in her all straight black.
It's like they knew what was going to happen.
Right. And I did a little snigger only because I remember the portion. And don't ask me why it just stands out. It just does. But how the bishop went up, it was after, I want to say Vanessa Bell Armstrong sung with these two brothers. I want to say they were the Williams brothers. They're gospel people from back in the day. And anyway, it was a joyous thing, and the bishop gets up and he's just like, "You have 60 seconds to shout." Who the hell does that? He's like, "You got 60 seconds, yo." Like, really? So they're strategically shouting for 60 seconds. Like, I don't get that.
It's 60 seconds. They threw the 6 in there.
The 6 in there. And I'm just like, wow. It even looked like
energy.
that. Right.
The 6 thing they be throwing up, numbers is energy.
Numbers is energy. Absolutely. I am going to get more into those numbers because numbers do have power and they have meaning.
Absolutely.
But that's just my thing. I want to check out. I know everybody else is set up differently.
But they're heavy on energy.
They're very in meanings and those numbers. So that's 60 seconds. I said, here the hell we go. And they strategically shouting in a certain place, right? Strategically shouting in a certain place, then they stop.
Y'all notice that?
Then
y'all
they
too
then
busy
they
idolizing. Sorry.
then they go back, and you got some people holding the hands while we strategically shouting, right? Then they leave off. Then it's like they running back. The strategically 60 seconds to shout, and then he says, "Oh yeah, guys, I know y'all didn't think we was gonna do this in church," and then it just looks so right, professionally groomed, so to speak, right? And it just trips me out because
everyone played
the older I get, the more I am notice, and I'm like, woo. Right?
It's so blatantly clear.
To me, it is, right.
If you're conscious and aware and spiritually open, you got that third eye open.
And I know people will be like, third eye, she need to get back in church. No, what you need to do,
get out of church,
is for the ones that knock my thoughts and my
opinion.
Out of church. You need to check yourselves with some of these people who call themselves man of God,
yeah, pastors, preachers,
or woman of a God, because the women are just as rough as these men.
They worse to me. In the industry, they worse. Do y'all know that?
They just be taking me out sometimes. And again, I'm being fair because I'm not going to say all, but I'm going to definitely say there is enough of this going on. And just like they bring you into that secular world by them songs, which some songs definitely have meanings with them. They bring you, they do the same thing in the gospel world.
Nothing is off limits, y'all. This is what y'all not understanding. The elite has infiltrated everything. They have power over everything. Every music you could think of, they have power over it, and don't just stop entertainment. They took over cooking too. They control the people.
Over the cooking channels.
Any person that has a show on the cooking channel has sold out.
Any kind of reality going on, cooking.
All of them sold out.
Music, the
athletes,
the athletes, the home shows.
The home show, they all of them Masonic. They're in the Brotherhood. But the women are the Eastern Stars.
The Eastern Stars.
Oh, and by the way, there's YouTubers that sell out too.
Yeah.
You have YouTubers who are Masonic.
No, y'all didn't want to hear that, but yeah. So you have to be mindful, and you have to be careful, and you have to do your due diligence, and you have to research. Okay? Don't allow yourself to get so consumed. Take pieces and then just go.
Hey, dip on.
Dip on. Keep it moving.
Don't get too wrapped up in these people, man.
Oh, yeah. So I have one last, and then I'm done with this. So, but I want to bring this source is coming from people.com, and it's in reference to Mac Miller's heartbroken. Her name is Karen Myers. Okay. So Mac Miller's heartbroken mother, Karen Myers, shares sweet, candid photograph of her late son. Mac Miller's mom paid tribute to her son by sharing a sweet photograph. The photo, which is posted to Instagram on Saturday, shows Miller and Karen Myers, which again is his mother, smiling at a Pittsburgh Pirates game. So he was a Pennsylvania guy. He was from Pittsburgh. Because no words can express such grief, Myers simply captured the shot with the heartbroken emoji. Miller, whose real name again was Malcolm McCormick, was pronounced dead at 11:51 a.m. at his Studio City, California home on Friday. The Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner confirmed in a statement to People. Again, he was 26 years old. The rapper died of an apparent overdose, but his death remains under investigation. Malcolm McCormick, known and adored by fans as Mac Miller, has tragically passed away at the age of 26, Miller's family said in a statement given to People. He was a bright light in this world for his family, friends, and fans. Thank you for your prayers. Please respect our privacy. There are no further details as to this cause of his death at this time. His death came as quite a shock to his close friends, considering he spent his Thursday evening watching football with friends, a source told People. He loved the Steelers, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and was just out with friends watching the game, a music industry source said. The Steelers did not play during Thursday night 2018 regular season opener. Instead, the Philadelphia Eagles faced off against the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. In addition to his family's words, many celebrities, including Miller's ex-girlfriend Ariana Grande, paid tribute to the beloved artist. On Saturday, Grande, 25, shared a black and white photo of Miller on Instagram. In the photo, Miller can be seen staring up at the camera while sitting on the grass. Also in the photo, a pair of white sneakers can be seen between Miller's legs, which are presumably Grande's. So, yes, the singer did not add a caption to the photo. The former couple split in May after 2 years of dating. And I'm kind of looking because it's going to get posted. Okay, it's her sneakers. Okay, that's meaning something.
Oh, go ahead. Still on.
Okay, before his death, Miller released his fifth and final album, Swimming, on August 3rd, and was expected to go on tour in October. If you or someone you know is in need of help, please contact SAMHSA Substance Abuse Line, 1-800-662-HELP. 1-800-662-HELP. I'm giving out this information not just based on celebrities. This goes out to anybody. If you are experiencing a drug and or alcohol problem, mental health issues, please call the helpline 1-800-662-HELP. I just did a show last week, on my Aisha Speaks Jade motivational page about the different awarenesses that I have. Go check that page out, Aisha Speaks Jade, because this is serious. This is real. Okay, whether it's celebrity, related, or just your average Joe Blow, there is help out here. You never know what's going on in a person's world, from celebrities to us, average Joes. You never know. We may give you that smile. We may say, oh, I'm having a great day. Everything is okay. And behind closed doors, they are suffering. Forget suffering in silence, or they may even be displaying it, but people are not really getting it or catching it. Paying attention. Please, people, ask for the help. 1-800-662-HELP.
Please, man.
It saved my life reaching out. I'm not going to lie. I'm very genuine and authentic in myself. I suffered a long time and held everything for a very long time until it just came over me and broke me down, and I needed help. And everybody, again, does not have that, unfortunately. And so if you have that one person, hold on to it. There is help out here. There's help out here. If you're feeling suicidal, there's help out here.
Please seek help. Please
seek help. You can call that number, and if they can't help you, they're going to make sure that they can get you the assistance or help that you need. We have to recognize and stop just having this nonchalant attitude about everything,
about life,
and always coming up with this, well, if it was me. Well, guess what? It's not you. And if it's not you, peace and blessings to you, because you're a fortunate one. You never know what somebody's going through. We're so quick to judge people and point our fingers at people and put people down and tell them what they should have, could have done, or it's all in your head. It's really not happening like how you think it is. You don't know that. and saying, "Oh, you're crying out for help." Well, apparently some of them
Duh.
are. Duh. Like,
so what
right.
are you gonna do?
Right. How are you gonna be a help?
Not that you give a damn.
What? How can you be a help to somebody?
So if you're not gonna help, shut up.
Yeah.
Cause you sound stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause you so strong. Okay. Woo to woo. Good for you.
I always
you want a pat on the back?
Right. I always say there's more undiagnosed people than there are diagnosed. Me and someone else, Eric. When I heard him say that, I had to take recollection. I had to think about that. Like, yeah, that's really
it's true.
True.
That's a true
There are
statement.
more undiagnosed people than diagnosed.
Sorry, I look like I'm in a scary movie with this light on my face, but I got the tablet going, so pardon me. Don't want to cause anybody horror. No horror movies.
So yes, there's help out there. If you need one of us, right? I'm putting us out there as far as if you, especially me, if you need some resources or just an ear, leave a message, DM, PM. I mean, do what you need to do. And I will help you to the best of my ability, because that's just how I'm built.
There's no wrong with that.
Because I promise you, I know what this is like. And I didn't have support. I helped myself get to help, because I had people turn their back on me. I had those type of people where they were going through things and I had to be there. And then when the tables turned and I needed somebody to be there, no one was there. There was always excuses. That's why they're not my damn Facebook friends, nor do I even associate with them. I have one best friend, and she is sitting next to me, and I'm so appreciative, because it makes a difference, because everybody can't say they have that support.
Right. But you'll find out who really supports you.
You will really find out when you actually when you hit rock bottom and you are literally on your ass. You will see who is down with you, who's
real.
Exactly. You will see that.
Right.
So.
And I've been with you every step of the way.
5.5 years.
I know I can't be for every little thing, but I try to be there as much as I can. Much as I can, I try to be there. Every
little bit that a person can support you, and however, and however way that is, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
I'm glad I'm glad you think that. I'm glad you appreciate that I'm there for you.
I absolutely appreciate you. Absolutely do. Most definitely.
And I appreciate you for being there for me as well. Even when I'm going through my rough patches and hit rock bottom.
It's hard out here, people.
Man.
It's hard out here.
I honestly, besides family and her, I have nobody else to turn to. But that's okay, because I have her. She's all I need. That's just true.
Me and family. My family, your family. I mean, that's pretty much.
And your family too.
That's pretty much it now. Again.
Although your daughter needs to be more social. What's up with her?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Sonny Brown, did you hear that? No, but yeah. So we just, through the good, bad, and indifference of family. And let me just be appreciative for those that have been in my life, be it a long term or short term, that were there for what they were. I do want to say thank you. I don't want to seem unappreciative. I want to say thank you. And for those that were there for me, long and short term, on the negative, let me thank you too, because it makes me a stronger person.
Yeah, you learn from your past experiences with people.
Absolutely.
Good and bad. You have to take lessons from every person that came into your life.
Absolutely.
It makes you the person you are today. So yeah, I'm appreciative too of all the people that have been in my life. Whether it was short, long, they were my enemies, they were my nemesis, all that bad stuff. I appreciate you for doing what you did for my life, because without y'all, I wouldn't be who I am right now. So thank you. And even the good people that did as well and blessed it, I appreciate you more so, like all the way, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at us.
Look at us. Take
Sentimental moment.
having a moment. Almost make me think I'm on my Aisha Speaks Shade page. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. No, it's like, let me stop playing. No, seriously, thank you guys.
No, for real.
Let me tell you something. Being clean for 11 years, that road has not been easy. It has not been easy.
But that's normal.
But yes,
it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be. Whenever you're doing good or working towards good and working towards being the best you that you can be, you're going to face challenges. That's just the belly of the beast.
Every time. I'm with you there. So, I battle my stuff and still battling to this day. So I totally get it. It's always a process.
But I will say this, and I'm going to let Uno talk. At some point in time, you got to learn to heal. You have to learn to heal, and you have to learn to heal and let go and move forward. Because this I do know for sure. If you do not, you're going to go down a road of being miserable. And you will not accomplish anything.
Infecting your miserable life onto others as well.
Absolutely.
Not just yourself. So you have to be careful. Right. Healing is the first step to peace. So yes, please start healing. Because damaging other people is not helping you either.
Right.
Or yourself.
True.
If anything, you're making it harder for yourself down the road. I had to learn that too. So I was a person that was destructive. So yeah, I had to learn from my mistakes and correct them and change myself and my environment and even watch how I treat other people outside of myself. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a process.
The journey.
It's a process every day.
Every day, yes.
But I'm getting better.
Absolutely.
I ain't perfect.
None of us are. None of us are. So those small steps, we appreciate them.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you have?
So the next thing I want to get to some celebrity reactions. The celebrity reactions to Mac Miller stuff. The two that stood out to me, I understand everybody did the recipes and they gave their heart-warming sentiments about Mac Miller as far as him as an individual, what he's done for the music culture, specifically hip-hop rap. But the two that stood out to me that I resonated with the most because I get it and it holds some truth. The first one would be by E. Dan. He knew Mac Miller personally, okay? So listen to this very carefully, all right? Because me and Jay already done said this not too long ago on the show. He says, my fucking heart is broken. Don't believe what the bullshit internet tells you either. Did you hear that? My brother was as happy as I've ever seen him. Did you hear that? Whatever led to this was not because he was in a dark place. Did you hear that? I love you forever, man. I'm so fucking sorry. And I'm with Dan 100%. People could say what you want, but I'm telling you, this man did not die of a accidental overdose. Okay, was killed. How he was killed, I just told you how he was killed. He was drugged with people in the room doing some kind of ritual over him because it's sacrifice season. They sacrificed Mac Miller for somebody that's going to move up in the entertainment industry. Plain and simple. Now, to the next one. This is Ugly God. I mean, I don't keep up with all these new rappers, but I have seen this dude, Ugly God. Yeah. That dude really is ugly as hell. Yeah, he picked the right name for himself, Ugly God. That is one ugly God. One ugly black God. Okay, but anyway, I think he knew, he knew Mac Miller. Yes, he did. So I will read what he said on Twitter. And by the way, the E. Dan said this on Twitter too. But Ugly God said, remember when Mac dropped his album the same night Astro World dropped, and y'all was saying, y'all hear something? Who still listens to him? And tell him to keep it. We had a whole convo about it, and he literally told me if he died, people would act like they never said it. Fuck y'all. Rest in peace. I resonated with that whole post. Why? Now that he's dead, everybody's paying attention. Mm-hmm. Now you acknowledge how talented he was and the gift he was to music. All I've been seeing is rest in peace and all this sentiment to Mac Miller, when I have not seen that before he died. Okay? All this fake ass love people sending. It's just crazy to me. Like, a lot of people didn't even mess with him like that. I mean, unless you was a true Mac Miller fan or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or you at least had some appreciation for his music. That, I mean, outside of that, I mean, people thought his music was trash. That includes the music, the content, even the way you rap. Like, I'd rather have seen people not have said anything about his death at all, honestly. No rest in peace, no nothing. And kept moving on with your life. Okay? But yeah, that tripped me out. Like, wow, y'all really up here putting this stuff. Y'all didn't even mess with this man like that. Y'all don't know not one song. You don't know no projects he put out. He wasn't even on y'all radar. Y'all was so busy paying attention to what's his name? Travis Scott Astroworld album that y'all didn't even mention Mac Miller's Swimming album, because honestly, Travis Scott album is not hot to me. Astroworld is not hot. Honestly, I just not into Travis Scott like that. I tried, I just can't get into his music. To me, he's a knockoff of Kid Cudi. And I used to be a Kid Cudi fan, but I'm not a Kid Cudi fan. I like when he first started. I like that Kid Cudi. But yeah, I mean, I don't resonate with Travis Scott music. I thought Swimming was a way better album. Mac Miller's way better album than Astroworld. I've been bumping Mac Miller's Swimming for the past few months now. So it's not like, oh, I'm jumping on board, let me listen. Like, I was already listening to Mac Miller when this album came out. And it was a dope album to me. And then I like how he found his pocket. It took him a long time to develop his sound and where he wanted to go with his music. And he finally found his pocket. And every song was well put together and it fits him. Like, that is the sound right there. I feel like his career was going to go to another level. But it was cut short because of what happened. So, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, it just, these same people that trash this man's music are the same people who all of a sudden care about this man's death. People is fake and phony.
Celebrity world and in the common everyday world that they are, because you tend to see, and that's real. You tend to see that's how it is when someone dies or passes away or transitions. Like, you hear all this, oh, that person was such this, and rest in peace and rest well and transition to paradise and all of this, and then you'd be like, did you really rock with that person like that?
Did you really? You right now, I'd rather not say nothing.
When I transition, which will be years, I'm going to be like in my hundreds. I want people that is authentic, that was genuine. Don't come in no black. I want y'all to come in a rainbow of colors. Okay? I want y'all to party.
Make it happy.
Right and happy. And I know that when you pass away, it is a sad thing. For those that are close to, I get that when someone passes away that's very close to you, it is sad. But to me, when you transition, it's supposed to be a celebration.
Absolutely.
Right. So come in rainbow of colors. Come in your favorite color except for black.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm gonna be like 115, 16. You can come in y'all come in your colorful colors.
Everybody come rainbow now.
Right? Because I'm gonna be cremated anyway. I got to write that out in my living will. I got to go back to the sea.
Get started on that.
Yes, have to. I'm gonna go back to the ocean. Me being a Pisces. My dad, may he
swimming away.
Rest in paradise. He got cremated and he is put in the ocean. That's where I choose.
You want to be a spiritual fish?
Yes.
Swimming away. In transition to another home.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
But yeah.
So I mean, I'm not gonna read these comments from the celebrities that reacted to Mac Miller's death. I'm just gonna give you names who said something about Mac Miller or even his untimely passing. Chevy Woods. I think Chevy Woods is from Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds familiar.
I think Chevy. I heard of Chevy Woods. Now let's keep this in mind too. I've been listening to Chevy Woods around the same time I was listening to Mac Miller. So Chevy Woods been out for a while. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think he is from Pittsburgh too, Chevy Woods. But he said something about Mac Miller. Who else? Who's this person? WGD6788. I'm not sure who that is. Eden, I just talked about Eden. Wiz Khalifa, of course, said something. Now, this is what I find that's another one that stood out to me. I find it kind of odd. I mean, I know everybody reacts to death differently. I get that. I totally understand that. But I feel like Wiz could have said more. Because they from the same place. And they had a good relationship. I mean, only thing he said was praying for Mac's family and that he rests easy with the blessed hands and PGH. 412 Pittsburgh. I'm like, that's it? I just thought that was really dry. Because now it's making me go somewhere else. Y'all don't want to know where I'm about to go with it, but yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, don't go there.
Benji. He's a guy that worked with Mac Miller in the studio. He looks like an engineer to me, or he could be some kind of record exec, but he looks more like an engineer or something like that, of that nature. A$AP Rocky, J. Cole, of course, JID, signed under J. Cole, Dreamville. If you ain't heard of Dreamville, check it out. I mean, JID, check him out. He's dope.
Oh, yes.
He's real dope. And he's socially conscious, and he's from Atlanta. See, that's a dude I mess with. Those are the kind of cats I want to listen to. So, yeah, he's repping the city right. Kid Cudi, Chance the Rapper, Khaled. Y'all know who Khaled is, the R&B singer. G-Eazy, Snoop Dogg, Young Sinatra, which is Logic. Logic is Young Sinatra is his Twitter name. Craig, SJ, Cole Bennett, that's Chance the Rapper's brother. So yes, his brother raps too, and he's actually dope as well. He carved his own sound, so he definitely has his own thing going. Meek Mill, of course, he was on Respond. They from Philly, of course. Chris Brown, Machine Gun Kelly, Underdog, Twitter name, that's actually Lil Yachty. Rich Forever, of course, that's Rick Ross. 2 Chainz, T-Raw, which is Tiger. Travis Barker, Rosenberg, Jaden Smith, Shawn Mendes, Rolling Loud, the magazine. Sci-Hi the Prince, he's from Atlanta. He's another dope rapper that's repping the city right, and I'm loving it. I mess with Sci-Hi. King Push, which is Pusha T. Y'all know that. Rhapsody. Let's not forget now. Rhapsody and Mac Miller dope music together. Y'all need to go back to the video they did. It's a song they collaborated on. That song is timeless. That's dope. Like, yeah, that's like one of my favorites with Rhapsody and Mac Miller. Black Thought, of course, he was going to chime in. They actually did some studio work together. They had a misunderstanding, honestly, but he definitely acknowledges and recognizes how talented he was, Mac Miller. What's his name?
Black Thought, Philly.
I'm trying to think. What's that white boy name that sing now? What's his name?
Oh my gosh.
Shoot. Oh man. what is that popular white boy name? Because he got the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name. I can't even call it right now. DJ Khaled responded. Zoe Dallas, ASAP Ferg, Joe Budden, Snow the Product. She's a white rapper if y'all don't know. Uh, Spitter Andretti, aka my dude Currency. Like he's very underrated Southern artist. Big Sean, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and by the way, they was about to come out with a dope project. I was so waiting to hear that. So I can't wait to DJ.
Another Philly brother.
Of course, he was gonna respond because they've been in the works doing something anyway. But it's just the bad timing. He died, and they trying to do this song. But hopefully he releases it so we can hear it because I'm sure it's gonna be dope. Q-Tip, Ski Mask, or Slump God, Just Blaze, Miguel, Questlove. Of course, he was gonna respond. Another boy from Philly.
Another boy from Philly.
Ebro, of course, y'all know who Ebro is. Ellen DeGeneres, Knife Wonder, because they worked in the past. Like him, like Mac and Knife worked in the past, so definitely that was dope for hip hop. Crooked Eye, Torre, Big Boy, repping the city of Atlanta, Outkast, Anthony Supreme, Lecrae, Tech Nine.
Love Lecrae.
Yeah, Lecrae is the truth. You know he's a secular artist.
That's okay. I like him.
But he's dope though.
Yeah, he's pretty dope.
Kalani spoke on him because they was actually supposed to meet up and hang or whatever, and yeah, that would mess you up. Like, damn, I just seen you a week ago. Like, dang. The internet, because they actually did an interview radio show together, so that was actually dope. I watched it. Mixed by Ali, Mixed by Ali do a lot of stuff for TDE, so just so y'all know that he's like big in the entertainment industry right now. Joey Badass, Lupe Fiasco, Juicy J, like Big Boy. Of course, I know Big Boy. He had his own radio show in California. Noah Cyrus.
Big Boy not even big no more.
Nah, he's slim.
Big Boy done lost a lot of weight. He's slim boy now.
Zax, Chief Keef, Joel Ortiz, Skyzoo, AC, Jay High Roller, Rob Markman. And a slew of others. There's other people too. Like, yeah, you could tell this man was like a great person by so many positive reactions he's had from people and celebrities. That more so celebrities. Like, I was reading all the comments they had. I'm like, wow, he really was a good dude, good solid dude. But of him coming in a sport that's black dominated, and him being a white boy and just being down to earth and humble and cool. And then from what I've heard, they say, when the race issue came up, he always stood by black people's side and spoke up on race issues against black people. So, and I respect that a lot more now. I've heard about it, but here it come out the celebrity's mouth like, okay, yeah. So I can respect that. So yeah, but Mac Miller's been a solid dude, so it's not surprising. And he seemed like, and everybody say he's fun. Like, he's fun, has a good time, cuts up. Yeah. He has good energy. That's good. But he just caught up in that industry. We have to be honest. He sold out too. He sold out. And that's why he started going through a lot of things within the industry with itself. It got a lot worse. So that's why he was going through so much. He couldn't say it. He wanted to say it, but he couldn't say it. He had to say it in another way where you can't figure it out. But I know the real reason why he was going through all those mental problems and having drug addictions and alcohol and doing, drinking a lot. And it just, that's the price you pay for money and fame, though. I can't have no sympathy and empathy for that. But, it's whatever. What's your thoughts on all this?
Well, in conclusion, because I'm a little tired now, but in conclusion, I will say that wherever he was at hurting, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of that, I hope that he's out of whatever pain that he was into, whatever he did create for himself. I hope that he honestly is in. I hope he's in a better place or space. I'll say, you know, because again, we can read all the information and give our views and things like that, and him being in that industry as well, and the pros and cons, which is yeah, the pros and cons of it, I guess. Behind closed doors, he had some hurt. Do I think he killed himself? No. I believe that there's many factors, outside factors, that contributed to him passing away. So absolutely. I hope that he's transitioned I just hope that he has some type of peace, whatever that looks like for him. So that's all that I have for that. I personally thank you guys who did or was able to come on. I saw some likes and some other little emoji things that popped up there. Thank you guys so much. Final thoughts for you?
No, the conclusion of all this that we talked about, we need to get some healing in the world, period. People need to start getting more spiritual, period. Like, this world has gone backwards.
Yeah.
So people need to start reevaluating their lives and look within themselves and become a better person and reflect that same thing onto others. So we need a lot of love and peace.
Absolutely, more love and peace in the world. Yes, 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 yes. Definitely agree. And the whatever that looks like for you.
And whatever choice you make, that's on you. You're accountable and responsible for your choices. No one forced you to do anything. Stop lying. No one forced you to do nothing. Even if you force, you still got a choice to either fight back or take it. That's still a choice. And, but those are my final words. I have nothing else to say. I'm tired myself.
Okay, so thank you for joining us. Thank you in advance for looking and listening to the replay. We will be back. I don't know if we're going to be back next Monday because we are going to Philly, my home.
Philly to Jersey too now.
And Jersey too.
It's the 2 states at one time.
Two states at one time. We will be there Wednesday. So excited and anxious and all of those good, I guess, emotions. Gonna go see my son. Haven't seen him in a while. See Mom Dukes.
What's happening? Shavon, what's happening?
All right. Yeah. Musa, I'm gonna respect you where you at, Musa.
Much love, Miss Brown.
And Mom Dukes.
Much love, Mom Dukes.
Love, love, love.
Love your mama.
And I just look forward to the much needed vacation and time off and regroup and enjoy and all of that good stuff that it is that's going to come. Hopefully we will have wonderful weather and put it into the air. Put it into the air. It's going to be wonderful weather when we visit on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
So please join us. You can look on our website, which is www.chitchatchewshow.com. Again, www.chitchatchewshow.com. We will just update whatever needs to be updated as far as the soaps and whatever else needs to be up on there. We'll do that once we get back. We're 2-team business partners, and so we're busy outside of our own business, but
bear with us, please.
Just be patient. But you can go on there and see. We have the soaps that you see on the website. We have Buddha soaps. We have Hello Kitty soaps.
I need to add that on there too.
We have whipped body butter as well as whip soaps. What else? We have a donation. If you're interested, we thank you in advance for donating. All of the monies go to business endeavors, keeping up everything. We have sponsorship packages if you would like to have your business on our website. We have a excuse me, guest list as well. We have our Facebook page, which is Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC. Make sure you like us and share it and make it go viral. We do have a group called Chit Chat Chew Show Podcast. You can join that as well. We have a Be Authentic, that is our t-shirt line, which is still processing, but just go on and like us and share it. Where else? We are on the Facebooks. Sidebar, I have my own Facebook motivational page called Aisha Speaks Jade, where I share personal things about myself, some motivation and some inspiration, just really being genuine and authentic, just being myself. Thank you for that. I typically do shows every day. Tonight I'm too tired. I'm not going to do it, but I will make it up tomorrow for you guys, because I like to be, I like to make sure that I give you content every day, even if I have to double up on it. But as far as Chit Chat Chew, I gave you the Facebook. Just trying to make sure.
I think we did everything
for the Facebook. And I did the website.
Yes, the group.
Chit Chat Chew Show is also on LinkedIn. Okay, I want to make sure I put us out there on LinkedIn. We are under Chit Chat Chew Show on LinkedIn. Nobody else has that. So look on our LinkedIn for that as well. I'm thinking we have a Pinterest, but I want to be sure before I put that out there. Definitely.
Right. All right, so make this quick so we can get off this live.
Because it's almost 10.
Social media. Instagram at Chit Chat Chew Show Podcast. Follow us on there. We have a Twitter at CCCS_podcast. Again, at CCCS_podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. We tweet about our show. Like us. Thank you. We have a YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share on our YouTube content. Hit the bell for notifications to get updates about our show and what we got going on with the show. Appreciate it in advance. We have a, what am I missing? See, Twitter, YouTube. Yeah, we have a SoundCloud too, Chit Chat Chew Show Podcast. We have a Vimeo, Chit Chat Chew Show Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all those platforms. We thank you for supporting us. Please do. Thank you in advance.
You guys have a great evening, or wherever you're at globally. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening. Have a better tomorrow, and we will see you next week. With that being said, much love and peace and light and love. And that's it.
Peace and good night.
Peace and good night. Trying to make my little heart.